So, where we last left off, you guys have been traveling across the ocean in search of Watercrest to hopefully one day figure out what you're supposed to do with your life. And I closed the tab I needed open to see what I was doing. So that was what I did. It's been a long day. We'll get there.
Dylan is hoping to one day figure out what he needs to do in his life.
Yes. Yep. Well, I quit caffeine yesterday, so this is where we're at.
And
Bear
one
with
day
me.
I'll score a high on that autism quiz.
How the hell are you going to do that with all those cans of soda?
They're still there. I'm just not going to drink them for a while.
He quit caffeine and he started meth.
Yes.
That's a solid transition.
Now that's a way to do it.
That's
That's
a solid
what we
transition
call
away
character
from
development.
caffeine. Yep.
Now
So-
that's
After the party has arrived in Watercrest, they were handed a boarding document by the harbor master, and that is where we find them. Currently, they are on the docks in Watercrest, and it is the 8th day of the 5th month in the year 1209, if anybody's wondering. It says so at the top of the document that Carrick has received. There is a warmth in the air as the sun rises high in the sky, and summer is actually coming soon. That's roughly about a week away, which BT dubs, a week in this world is 5 days. So, that is where we find our party. Currently, the party consists of Tuck and Sunny, Carrick and Launch, Nevitash, and Bert.
Well,
Good time,
clearly,
guys.
Sonny is going to lead the charge. So, Carrick, you were handed a piece of paper to fill out.
Yep.
That's where that was like literally where we ended. You're holding paper.
Uh-huh. And I walk back up onto the ship with Barnell, and I go over the information on the docks. On the docks for the docks. And we make our way back down to the group, and I ask, do you have any additional goods to declare besides, the standard gear and health potions, things like that?
So, for everybody's viewing pleasure, I will reveal the document. But also, so everybody is aware, before you guys get too far, there are certain party members that will have a
Religious experience.
yes, that's what we could call it. So hold on, I closed another tab. I'm just all over the place tonight, guys. Okay, so we are going to share screen since we can. So the docking paperwork that Carrick was handed, ignore, says at the very top,
That is not my document.
This is the document that was handed to you. You haven't. This is not your filled out version.
Oh.
Do I need to zoom in a little bit for you old folk?
Oh.
maybe blind, but not that blind.
I just had a birthday, but, screw you too, bro.
So, welcome to Watercrest. You're required to fill out this document in its entirety upon landing at the harbor. Please return the document to the harbor master with any fees due. Payments must be upfront to avoid penalties. So, the ship's name was the Wee Wee that was inserted. Sorry.
Oh my dear
Yeah.
Lord.
Didn't mean to do
We're
that.
gonna have a great night tonight.
The ship owner, Carrick, is putting himself for now. The ship captain, if different from owner, is not necessary. Port of departure, just so you guys are all aware, you left Dockington. Date of departure, Carrick, do you remember what we put there?
I believe it was the 31st day of the 4th month.
Okay. Actually, why don't I pull out the one that you filled out? Okay. Yes.
Oh, that's right.
31st day of the 4th month. Purpose of the voyage was the trek to the Kingdom of Armor, where you will be going to Auradon to attend well, some of you may or may not know in character. Bert's going to a wedding. The rest of you are more or less going to either follow along because Bert may or may not have told you who the wedding's for, and half of you are leaving. And also, there may or may not be some feelings of obligation to return Thompson's body or parts of Thompson's gear to his father, who also happens to be an Ordon. A couple of events coinciding together. Goods to proclaim. This section would be if you guys were bringing items for trade. Obviously, you did not.
A merchant vessel?
Yep. If you're a merchant vessel, you are not a merchant vessel. Magic items in your possession. This is a comprehensive list of magic items in your possession. May or may not be asked for more details at a later time here. I forgot music, and my brain can't make me not do things. Failure to declare goods and magic items shall incur fees and fines. Just so you're all aware.
It's in the fine print.
Fine print, way down here at the bottom. You probably can't see it. Maybe.
It's written in Celestial.
Yeah, pretty much. Do I have a...
Infernal. Come on.
Oh, sorry,
Yes.
Infernal. I'm sorry, because holier than thou people would never undercut you.
And the devil's in the details.
Mm-hmm.
Trying new sound. Let me know if that sounds good or not. Planned length
It
of
sound-
stay in
Sounds
Watercrest.
like sound in a can.
Well, I'm using my phone. I could pull up Tailspire at some point too.
Arkenforge?
Arkenforge we haven't used in a long time. Planned length of your stay in Watercrest will be about a week, which again is 5 days. Warehouse space is available should you need to store your goods. Warehouses are well guarded among the safest locations for goods in the known world. It's also permissible to leave your goods on board your ship, but the Harbor Master Association does not provide dockside security for those instances. Please indicate below how much space you will be needing. A locker is 10 by 10 and rent is 15% of the value of the items deposited, and that is due on the date deposited, and then a monthly basis thereafter. Just so you guys are aware, that's a thing you can have advantage of in the future if you decide to use it. Fees. A docking fee of 200 gold pieces is incurred by landing in Watercrest. Dock rental is 500 gold pieces per week and must be paid in advance for the time you will be staying. Should you fall behind on payments for more than 2 weeks, 10 days, your ship shall be forfeit to the Harbor Master's office. A paperwork filing fee will be charged, 50 gold pieces. Late paperwork fees, if this paperwork is not presented to the Harbor Master's office by evening on the day you arrive, 10 gold pieces. Failure to pay the docking fee in 1 week of dock rental upon landing will result in a 2,000 gold piece fine. If the ship landing decides to flee, the Harbor Master Association will swiftly respond and commandeer said fleeing vessel. All captains and crews will be incarcerated for up to 80 days and/or be subject to 5,000 gold pieces fine for each fleeing individual. Fees due at this time. The filing fee of 50 gold pieces, docking fee of 200, dock rental current for 1 week 500 gold pieces, convenience fee 30 gold pieces, cleaning fee 100 gold pieces, security fee 300 gold pieces, for a total of 1,180 gold pieces.
This
Sorry.
sounds like an Airbnb.
I had just
Yeah,
finished
what the hell's
taxes,
the convenience fee for?
so I took it out on you guys. Future dock rental will be assessed upon presenting this document to the Harbor Master. The security deposit will be returned to you upon leaving, provided dock is in the same condition it was in when you arrived. And by landing in Watercrest, you have agreed to the above terms and must pay the above fees. Signature, Carrick has signed. Definition of terms. Goods to declare any items you have brought with you for trade, whether you brought coin or gold for purchasing goods or have items to sell. A comprehensive and detailed report must be made and provided to the Harbor Master. Magic items. Any magic items, including but not limited to rugs, swords, weapons, spell scrolls, armor, wands, staffs, bags of holding, including contents, etc. This must be reported to the Harbor Master to avoid certain fees and fines. Confiscation of items will not happen if they are reported, but may happen if they are not. This list is meant to be for all items that are traveling on your ship, whether they are in the filer's direct possession or in possession of a crew member. Welcome to Watercrest, my friends. So, while Carrick is explaining this or going over this document with you all, Tuck and Sunny suddenly
Stuck in Tunny.
have... Okay, wait. Nope. Just Tuck. Tuck, you have a vision from Mistra, which is leading you to believe that your time here is drawing to a close. And in your vision, you see not just yourself walking into the Blue Veil, but Sunny coming with you. And also, strangely enough, the Kalishtar, Nevatash. You feel that the Mistra has a purpose for you all back on your home plane. So do with that what you will.
A couple of questions up front. Did I manage to complete that sending stone?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So, first things first, I'm going to find Sunny and go, Sunny? I'm getting the feeling it might be time for us to go here soon. Get your stuff, get ready to go. We're headed home.
Thank God. Hang on, I gotta talk to that ugly fella.
That narrows it down.
Which one?
No, the ugly fella with the sword.
Which one?
It automatically rules out launch. Which one?
Well, I don't think Bert has a sword, does he? Thought he had a hammer.
I thought he had a loaf of bread.
I mean, Bert just uses his hands. Bert doesn't really have much. Someone gave him a sword, but he never used it.
It's Carrick.
I know.
Fine.
Waddles over to Carrick. Hey.
Yeah.
Well, there's quite a few things that you owed me. Holy Avenger, some armor, various magic items, not insignificant amount of gold. But I'm willing to forgive that on account of, Chuck and I are heading out here, it seems.
Oh, you guys will be missed. You are. I hate to see you go.
But here's 438 gold to alleviate some of the docking fees.
Appreciate that. We'll put that in the party fund immediately.
And I'd like you to have this, young man.
What is it?
He holds out his holy symbol of Lathander.
Oh shit!
He says,
Thank you.
Remember that geist that I put on you, that's still in effect even after I leave.
Okay, cool.
Even though I'm gone, Lathander will still punish you if
Uh-huh.
you don't do the right thing and stick with your destiny. That's just a little physical reminder.
Mm-hmm.
On top of the searing pain in your brain.
I will never forget it. I can't. Thanks.
Yeah, well, eventually, in a year and a day, you'll forget it. Well, maybe not forget it.
Yeah.
By that time, it probably would be like, you beat a dog every time you ring a bell. When they ring a bell, they cry.
Yep. I believe the gentleman's name might have been something like Potluck or Potloaf, Pav Toast?
Antman.
That's who it was.
Yeah, Scott Antman.
Yep.
He was a weird dude.
Mm-hmm.
But just remember, you're still bound by my spell. Even though I'm leaving this plane of existence, it's still on you.
I appreciate that. I will cherish it always. I also have a parting gift for you as well. And Carrick drops his pants.
Well, I'm glad to see you're finally accepting the way you were always intended to be. And I'm a little surprised.
I'm sorry I'm not scalier.
Well, I mean, there's some scaling, and based on the rest of your physiology, you might
We don't
want to
talk about
see
that.
a cleric about that. Like, it's not related to the scarring on the rest of your body. You might, like, that's not. Maybe try lotion or something. I don't know.
Oh, chicks dig it.
I
You won't hear it often, but my God, do they love a good scrubbing?
Anyway,
So while this is going on, Tuck is gonna go over to Nevatash and Nevatash, you're an individual who has connection to the dreams and the visions, right?
Yes, that would be correct.
Have you been having any premonitions as of late? Things that feel like it might be pulling you away from here?
So that already happened. Well, the long story short, whale fell out of the sky. Big sign. So I do feel like I'm going the wrong direction though with this group. I mean, they've helped me get this far, but
I have recently come across a vision that me and Sunny are needed back on our home plane. There's a great danger that we must take care of as village elders, but in that vision, I saw you coming as well.
Oh, okay.
Not that way, Dylan.
Would you?
I saw your head twitch.
I didn't even think
I
that.
said it and I heard it and I'm like, oh, that was a mistake. Anyways. Would you be willing to join us on an adventure?
I think so. I'm not sure it's the perfect direction for me to go, but I know that it is more accurate than the direction we're going now.
Excellent. In that case, I will
You'll
see you
You'll
in...
love it. Beautiful Andetrian girl. I got a niece. Well, great niece. She's single. She's got a slight hunch. But not the best personality either. But it's the best you're gonna get, being, you know, not an anthropomorphic anteater.
Sunny, would you mind heading down to the hold of the ship with Nevatash and preparing a spot for ritual?
Yeah, that's good. Nevatash, come with me. Roll
Launch-
down there.
Launch will be hearing that they're preparing to leave. Is gonna give Sunny a parting gift. He's gonna take off his big cowboy hat and say, "You've been good. Here, you can have this if you want it. I can always buy more.
I
Buddy.
appreciate it.
It fits you well."
You're one of the least hideous beings that I've seen in this plane of existence. And if ever you somehow get to, you know, the real world, you look us up. Okay, I'll make you a nice shrimp dinner.
They scream too much.
That's a weird thing to say.
And then Tuck will go over to Carrick. Carrick, I don't know if you've heard the murmurings here as I've been going around, but me and Sunny are being called back off to our homeworld.
Well, as you can see, me and Sunny have already talked. But yeah, unfortunate that you guys are leaving. It's just starting to get to like you guys.
It does sadden me some, but you've made great progress in the short time that we've been here.
I appreciate that. Hopefully,
I
I've
do
shown you guys a few
hope-
things as well.
I do hope and believe that destiny looks upon you with favor. If you ever need it, I made this for you. And he hands you a small, vaguely stone-shaped object with some runes etched in it, made out of T-Rex tooth. And you receive 1/2 of a sending stone.
Sweet.
In the event that you ever find yourself in need of, perhaps a conversation, feel free to pick this up. I'll let you say a few words over to me, and I can say a few words back. And with it, he hands you a letter and doesn't say much about it.
Okay.
And
I will give you a call sometime.
I'll be looking forward to it. Well, farewell all. It was a pleasure getting to know you, and I believe you'll do great things. Continue on the path that you're on. Don't forget. Just don't forget.
Alright, that sounds good, man. I'll see you later.
Never give
See
up. Never surrender.
See ya. Man, creature. I can't remember what you are.
Take care, cat.
Thank you. Are you
I-
talking to
And
Max?
Tuck,
I put my pants back on. I heard that, Dylan.
You realize you're in a popular
and with
harbor.
that, Tuck will head down to the hold of the ship.
Garrick,
To the
one more
hold of the
thing.
ship.
Hold on. Come running back out of the ship from Melbourne.
I dropped my pants again.
No, put your pants back on.
Oh, okay.
Garrick.
Uh-huh.
I found this when I got here, and I don't know what to do with it, so I'm going to give it to you. And Nevitash grabs. There's been a bush on his head this entire time. It's just been chilling there, so he just grabs it. And
Oh, thank you. I felt the need to specify which. Okay. Okay. So you pull a bush off your head.
Yeah, I pull up. It's got nice. It's a pretty thick bush.
Okay. Very well groomed. I like it.
Yep, very well groomed. Can give it to you, and then I run away. Goodbye. Take care of it. I have no idea what it is.
Follow the signs, buddy. Okay.
I always do.
And I and I look down at the bush that's in my hands, and I just.
So, Thomas, just for that is a pot of awakening.
Awakening pot.
It is a thing in Beyond that you can look up and add to your inventory.
Uh-huh.
Super, extremely useful item.
Right. Okay. Pot.
Pot of awakening.
Right.
Man, that's an awfully spiky leaf there.
Good old skunkweed.
I'm gonna say.
It smells like high school.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Does that wrap up the goodbyes, everybody?
All right. So with that,
Okay.
you're doing your
Somebody
sign in
runs
the
up,
hold of the
stack
ship.
taps for dice.
Yep. So in the very bottom of the ship, small circle of various different chalks and candles and incenses.
Mhm.
Everybody will sit down in the circle, and Tuck will begin to say prayers and requests of Mistra, asking that they be brought to where she needs them to fulfill destiny.
And Pete, you said that was an amulet, correct?
It's a holy symbol.
Okay.
It's just a mundane holy symbol.
In the
Also-
event you wanted to become a cleric of Lathander, you now have
A
A
holy symbol.
Lathandrian holy symbol. And the Geist actually only was for 30 days, not for a year.
Aha!
So he lied.
So, reaching out to Mistra, the spell begins to take place as a golden light begins to shimmer around the three traveling to the other plane. And as the golden light shines brighter and brighter, it fades to a purple and then to a blue glow as they pierce the blue veil and travel from this world back into their own and to a new one for Nevatash. And with a sudden flash of blue light, they are gone. And that, for all intents and purposes, is the end of Tuck, Sunny, and Nevatash into adventures of their own.
they're up fighting giant spiders now.
Oh, damn it!
You get there, Nevatash falls off a cliff.
Yeah.
You get there, appear, and Nevatash is just over a cliff.
It's all a trick.
Hey,
You
you
teleport.
over here.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
All right. So, any words amongst the group that remains?
Well, guys, things just got a lot harder.
Why?
Literally, not this.
He did take his
Um,
pants off.
I put them back on according to Nevatash's instructions. I do have his bush though, and I am proud of it. I will water it every day.
It's very strange, man.
What do you think can be made out of that big lizard skin?
You know, I bet you could probably make a pretty solid cloak.
What I need a cloak for?
Well, depending on what kind of properties the skin has, it might provide some kind of resistance.
I have a lot of
You
skin.
make a kind of hood. I mean, I like hood. I mean, I don't know if you can see. I got a hood attached to my little cloak here.
Yeah, I mean, shrouds are usually provided when you order a cloak too, but yeah, you can have it with or without.
I
But
want to make some. I want to make armor for Axe. He's gotten hit a lot.
you know
Make
that's
love.
probably a good idea. You should bring that into, see if it can be made into something for him. See what properties it possesses and if it's even worth it. So let's go over to the harbor master and pay this ridiculous amount of money first, and then we can probably make our way over.
Yeah.
So as
okay.
the remaining four of you, sans Broadleaf, who is staying with the ship because I told him to.
Oh yes. Before we move on, I do flag down Barnell, and I say, in my absence, if we are gone longer than a week, I need you to hire out a crew, and I need you to take the ship, and I would like you to navigate and charter pathways for any future voyages that are safe, so we don't encounter, obviously any, dragon turtles, pirates, crooked naval captains of any kind, etc., etc. So I have a feeling this place is not all up and up.
I can do that, but one small issue. I don't have money for a crew.
Oh, yep.
That's-
Hold on one second, and I will grab a sack, and I will give him 100 platinum.
So that's 1,000 gold pieces. The ship's gonna run. Oh, all right. Well, thank you, Carrick. Captain.
Should that cover?
I
That
believe
should
that'll,
cover. That
that'll
should cover crew and supplies, correct?
it should for a few weeks voyage anyway. Once I depart from here, how shall I get a hold of you again?
I will give you this, and I will hand him my transmuter stone. If for whatever reason you need to get to me immediately, and you have a second in command, take this, lick it, stick it to your forehead, and you will immediately teleport to me. At that point, you can fill me in on the situation, and we can make our way back if needed.
So abandon the crew at all costs.
No, he's gonna have like an what's the word I'm looking for? Not intermediary, but like an unofficial first mate to take over things in his absence.
Okay. Let me make a note of this.
The ship is gonna be lost so quickly.
Do we have anything for like sending stones, like backup sending stones that were left with the other folks? Does he have the ability to send messages? That's probably what I should have led with, Bart. Do you have any way to cast sending magic?
You see, me myself, I don't. But I bet that we can find somebody at port here to hire to be the ship's magic user, who very well could send messages.
Sure. And if you aren't able to find anyone that has that availability, I'm sure we could, probably get a scroll of sending or something like that from town somewhere.
Sure. Check in with me before you go. You're renting the dock for 5 days, yeah?
5 days.
All right. Check in before you go, and I will update you on the progress that I have made finding a crew, and if I have found anybody who can cast sending.
Perfect.
Or if you find a way to do... Okay. If you find a way to cast sending or a sending stone pair that you could have purchased for us, that would be most ideal.
Okay.
And that is where we will leave it.
Excellent. Well, I leave this beautiful wee in your capable hands.
Can we... Unless this means something in a language I don't know, can we reconsider the name?
If it makes you feel better, it's actually pronounced the Wee-Way.
The Wee-Way.
But I have a select few in my group that think it's better if it's pronounced Wee-Wee.
So he can't handle the wee-wee, is what you're saying.
But he can handle the Wee-Way.
It's just
wee-wee.
too much.
Oh, wee.
No. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle. I mean, it's a lot of wood.
Is there a lot of semen on the wee-wee?
Not
He has
yet.
to hire a crew.
He's gotta work them in there. But alas, I digress. You let me know if there's anything else you need in the meantime. I guess get in touch with the harbor master, and I will follow up with him as well if I meet up with him before you. But I will see you in a week, if not sooner.
All right. Considering the amount of gold you have given me, I am... we need roughly 40 to 50 crew to run the ship, and at a gold each per day, that only is enough for 18 days of sailing, whilst providing supplies for the crew.
Okay. How much do you need?
How long do you want us out on the open ocean? We can travel for 4 weeks with supplies we can fit on board the Wee-Wee. So that would be 20 days. So that's right about enough before we have to reprovision.
Oh, I'll reach in. Here's another 100 platinum pieces. I should cover you.
All right. And then we can reprovision, and we will be able to send information and travel back to a port, whether it's here or somewhere else, and reprovision again, and wait for further instructions at that time.
Excellent. Good luck, interim captain.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Smooth sailing. All right. Gents, let's go talk to the harbor master, get this all checked out and ready to rock.
So, as you guys are heading towards the harbor master, since Pete left, of course Pete left.
Ah, Pete.
Gosh dang it, Pete. There he is.
Always Pete.
Always Pete.
I never leave. I just occasionally am out of frame.
Pete
He always
doesn't love
leaves
us.
at the worst time.
So we are going to do something I don't think we've ever done before. We are going to do a past cutscene to establish some
Wall breaks?
connections. What?
Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me because I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yes.
Get out. Get out.
So, on the open ocean a few days ago, roughly 3 or 4 days ago, about the same time that a certain ship and crew of the Wicked Wench were battling a vicious dragon turtle, there was another ship on the ocean, sailing from Vorcrest to Watercrest. And aboard this ship, the mighty ship is named... I forgot the name of the ship. There it is, the Pridewind. There are numerous crew, but we don't really care about them. What we care about is a youngish man. Now I closed it again. A youngish man, half-elven, drow half-elven, dressed in plate armor, with a silver circlet on his head that you really can't see because he's grown his hair out. And he is on board the ship. Standing next to him is a other description here. A white kobold, about 3.5 feet tall, who's also wearing plates of armor, with a gold tooth and a wide-brimmed leather hat with a red feather in it. And standing on the other side of the half-elf man is a Warforged, who some of you would recognize as Builder if you could see him now. So we find Gawain, Buckler, and Builder out on the open ocean, peaceful ocean, light cool on the air, staring into the horizon as they are heading towards Watercrest, wondering what adventures await them there. And while the three of you have been traveling, numerous conversations have taken place. Gawain has a wedding he has been invited to, and I believe he has hired Buckler in some fashion, whereas Builder has a mission of his own that he has joined this ship for transportation across the waters from Vorcrest. Any conversations the three of you would like to have?
I can feel the sea salt rusting me already.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Oh God, no!
So,
Yes.
dude. I'm gonna say,
I need more caffeine. I'll be back.
do you ever have those disassociative events where you feel as though outside forces are gazing down upon us, perhaps beyond even our own scope of time?
Not quite, but I do have something you might quite like. It gives a similar sense, so to say. I reach into my bag and I pull out two, I don't even remember what they are, like small vials of green lily. And I had one.
No, I'm 100% straight edge, my dude.
My dude, you
the
should
code
try
of-
this.
No, I am forbidden from indulging in such behaviors. Lowly and difficult is the path of the knight. But I must say, I am honored that you would extend to me such a gift.
That means there's just more for me.
I do have to ask, do you have, like, body parts that this can impact you? You seem like
Like a-
inorganic.
Actually, I'm just. Okay, let me ask you this. Where does metal come from?
From the ground.
What am I made out of?
The ground?
Totally, dude.
Is this like one of those universal consciousness things where you're like, we're all actually made from the ground?
Probably. I don't know where you come from. I don't know what
Okay.
makes you.
All right, so like, there's my dad, and then there's my mom, and like before I was born, they knew each other, and then I was born, and then I knew them, mostly my mom, not so much my dad, but that's how I was made, created. I'm assuming it was different for you, what with being, metal.
I believe if you were to count, I have more than a lot of parents, technically, I suppose.
Hey man, no shame on the game. Like, if that's how your people roll, that's okay.
Well, I was built on an assembly line.
Wow, oh man. Like right there on the assembly line, huh? That's all right.
Yeah, along with my over 7,000 brothers.
Oh man. That's a big family. That's got to be nice.
Most of them are dead.
It's just an onion of disturbing things, isn't it? Just like peel one layer back and the next thing is just yet more things. It's like, wow. Sorry?
You don't actually. You have no idea what's actually talking about.
I feel like I understand the Dream Lily a whole lot more.
Oh, that doesn't affect the way I talk.
No, not in the manner of your speech, but like as a means of medicating from like deep psychological and emotional wounds. So you've got a big family that's mostly dead.
Wouldn't really consider them my family. It's like this ship that we're on. It's just like this ship has other ships that were made at the same place.
Not really, no. Like it's a very intimate process, shipbuilding in Treeway. Like it's very singular craftsmen working to a singular goal, each one. So come over here. Do you see the crown molding? Like that, you don't need that. That's just a touch that the builders created because of the beautiful uniqueness of this vessel.
And I don't need this very intricate arm to punch things, but well, I build things. So, like, I'm also similar. Like, could be considered crown molding, as freely to speak.
So, if you build things, and you yourself have been built, does that make it like your child?
No, I just build things. It's you're thinking about this way too hard, man.
Well, I'm kind of experiencing a new form of life directly before my eyes, and
You're saying that you've never seen a Warforged before?
I have not, sir. I have seen a human, I have seen an elf. I have seen a goblin. I have seen a dwarf. I have seen a second elf. I have seen a kobold. I have seen a different human. They look significantly different. I have seen a tabaxi. Do you want me to continue?
Builder,
No.
But on
Buckler,
that
please
list,
step in and stop him.
No, you do not need to continue. I understand that you have seen more than 7 people in your life.
but not a warforged. I don't think that's an unusual thing to say.
It is for me. For
Well,
me to say that I've never seen another Warforged. Recently, yeah, haven't seen one in a while. Good old 11-4. Always be in my heart.
Gone but not
But-
forgotten.
Very true, very true. Little voice in my head, very true. So, I think I interrupted you. What were you saying?
Oh, I have seen a halfling.
No,
I have
No,
seen a
no.
kobold.
no, I understand the list. You don't need to keep continuing the list.
Oh, the crown molding.
Yes.
It's a delicate piece of craftsmanship, and this whole ship was built by hand. It was an exercise in beauty. But I think we were going into your horrifically sad life of like all of your family is dead, and
Well, gents, 'twas a pleasure listening to your hypothetical, very depressing, mildly disturbing conversation over here. But I think I've had enough now.
Well,
that's
you don't have
understandable.
to listen, but as you said, it's understandable.
Anywho, just wanted to let you know, we are on pace, and the weather's looking fine to get us to harbor on time.
Buckler, you are a gentleman and a sailor, and
I do my best.
I do want to say you are an outstanding member of this. Well, I mean, it's more like your boat than my boat at this point, but like, good job, dude.
Buckler, you gotta toss in a cha and make it legit.
So, the three of
This is
you
so great.
are.
Buckler does, I assume, have a spit can.
Oh my god,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, you know that crown molding you were talking about? Just all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Exercise in beauty.
Scarred for life, man. Scarred for life.
So, the three of you are enjoying a fairly safe, easy seagoing voyage. One of the easier voyages you've gone on, Buckler, for sure. Builder, you haven't had a ton of experience on the open ocean. And Gwaine, you've been on your family ship a time or two. Haven't experienced a whole bunch of problems, but this has been just a nice, calm voyage. No dragon turtles, no pirates, no mysterious islands.
Could you imagine if we had experienced any of those outlandish events while traveling by boat? Like, that would take literally days in order to accomplish our journey.
I mean, they ain't the most common things around these parts.
I mean, usually these waters are very safe and easily traversed. Like, you'd have to be, like, cosmically effed in order to run into, like, pirates, dragon turtle mafiosos, a mysterious island that is potentially outside of the temporal flow of the universe.
I mean, some folks believe in a being that's like above the gods, controls the whole world.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't buy that malarkey.
I like to call him Dylan.
I think you two are on more drugs than I am.
Nah, man. Nah.
Machines obviously make the world go around. It's pretty simple.
Well, I do believe in a high sense of probability. Like, there's generally a 1 in 20% chance of any event being either highly successful or horrifically failure.
No, that's like a mechanic. I meant like you know how that's just like how stuff works. I meant like stuff like me makes the world literally spin in a circle to get day and night cycles, you know?
Oh, bro, there's like a giant Warforged spinning this plane of existence? That's metal as fuck, dude.
Well, yes, the mechanism
Also-
would be made out of metal.
That's
I
also
mean, I've
like
heard- I've heard about
potentially
how the-
horrifying.
I've heard about how the world rests on the back of 4 giant Warforged.
Like, can they think? Are they okay with this? Has anybody talked to him?
I'm standing right here. I'm also a Warforged, as
Yeah, but you're not
Yes.
currently holding existence upon your very shoulders, moving us through the cosmos, right?
well,
Or are you? How does this work?
some Warforged have a little bit more free will, so to say, than others do.
And
So
that
the ones
might
holding up the world don't?
or do.
I haven't
which is
personally
worse?
met them.
I think either way, it's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
giant
I would
heavy
agree.
sentient, like they're beings, man.
So, you guys.
I might need some of them drugs.
No,
I can most definitely hook you up if you'd like.
need the salt spray upon your skin, the sun in your hair, perhaps a recreational sport involving sitting on a long board made out of wood.
Small problem, don't have hair.
Well, like, I apologize, my kobold friend. That was a bit, poorly spoken.
Hey man, I don't have hair or skin.
Well, I was gonna say you
I mean-
also don't have skin, so I probably should just like shut the fuck up at this point. Like, I'm just digging a hole.
I mean, I'm not offended at all. But if you offended yourself by insulting me, you might have a problem.
I mean,
I mean, you're just kind of making a fool of yourself at this point.
You know what? Fair play. Fair play. But you still like feel things, so like just enjoy the sunshine. Like the motive statement of it of enjoy where we are right now and our surroundings does kind of hold true.
Yes, I would
mean-
agree with this if I weren't being, for the most part, rusted still as we speak.
I will
You-
wipe you down with a chamois cloth again.
I would appreciate that. I have some motor oil. too.
Yeah, I can go find some of the wax down in the hole too. Maybe that'd help you.
I'm just saying, the three of us. Fan art request: a kobold, a half elf, and a just shammying down a warforged. It's been a while since we've had some good homoerotic. drawing
Warforged looks
requests.
like he is extremely pleasured by the experience.
Oh, gross. Gag.
There's nothing sexual about it. It is simply maintenance.
Right. It's exactly like you do to your car, right?
Yeah, and it's just as erotic as two shirtless dudes waxing a car. Like that. There has never been anybody that's been like, yes, that is attractive. Clearly.
100%.
Well, I'd pull it away to the other group there, but Thomas is gone, so
Back to the homoeroticism of Buckler, Builder, and Gwaine.
Where did Thomas go?
I don't know. He's got the paperwork, but DeBert and Launch have any chatting they want to do with each other?
I mean, Launch plans on going to Leatherworker to see what the Leatherworker can do with the T-Rex skin.
Okay. That'll have to take place after exiting the harbor. You gotta go to the harbor master before you can exit the harbor. Which the harbor, by the way, has a kind of a wall around it. It's like a walled off part of the harbor. One might consider it a seawall for holding the ocean back, or for holding people back from once they're in the harbor entering the city. And there is a singular gate to get into the city of Watercrest from the harbor.
Okay.
So we'll do it this way then. As the three of you, the Launch, Bert, and Carrick are walking towards the harbor master's office, coming out of the harbor master's office, you see a kobold, a half elf, and a warforged exiting the harbor master's office, and unfortunately, they only recognize Carrick. And two of them.
I feel as though we should be walking into a bar. A kobold, a half elf, and a warforged walk into a bar.
And everybody stares at the Warforged, as they do everywhere I go.
And
Well,
Builder,
I
as
mean,
you look
you are
down at
impressive.
your feet, there is a small human man just staring up at you like, ah.
Wow,
Get
man, that's
away
pretty
from
cool.
them.
Launch is going to stare at the Warforged. Axe
Are
is
you made
gonna
metal?
be jumping on the Warforged.
Are you staring or jumping now? They're two very different activities.
Launch is staring. Axe is jumping.
Oh,
And
Bert
Bert
is going to
Uh,
say,
oof.
Bert looking up at you is going to go, "Are you made of metal, mister?"
do I make the? I'm sorry. I must have rust in my ears. What was that?
Oh my god, you made the metal. That is awesome.
I am made out of metal.
That is really cool. How does that work?
Are you?
Oh, is that rude of me? I'm sorry if it's rude.
No, not at all. And Rhino kind of trots over, and then I just squat down and open up the side panel of Rhino, and there's just a crap ton of it's just stuff full of random gears and just all sorts of fancy workings. And I go, that's for the most part how it works. It's fairly simple, as you can see.
I
It's
know
like
that.
something my dad would tell me about, but not as well as looking at it. Wow.
I know this may be dumb. Are you one of the ones made out of war?
Made out of what? Still
War.
no rust in my ears.
War.
Or?
War.
Water?
War.
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 Yes. That would be correct.
This is so great.
You like war? That means.
I don't like, well, yes. The calamity, I believe, is what you're referencing.
What's the calamity?
I know a little bit about that, but not a lot.
Well, the world almost ended, but I saved it, so that's pretty much how it went.
Oh my god. This guy, can I get your autograph? This is going to be so cool when I show it to my dad.
There might be some people who would say that I wasn't the sole savior of the world, but I like to flavor it that way sometimes. It's just easier.
It's still really cool. Can I get your autograph, maybe?
Oh, go take all the credit, why won't you?
So I take it we've all met up.
Yep, so they are exiting the harbor master's office, and you three, Thomas, Launch, and Bert, were going in, and you bumped into him. And Carrick, you recognize both Builder and, for some reason, the half-elf man. To an extent.
Rhino? What are you doing here, little buddy? Holy shit.
Garrett,
Builder!
how is it going, man?
Where have you been?
I was on that boat.
Yeah. Oh god, I missed your literal meeting. Holy shit. Bear with me 1 second, Builder. Gwaine?
Yeah! This time I'm not in a bag.
You're still alive after all this time.
I'm honestly as surprised as you.
This is so great. Builder, how long have you known Gawain?
Honestly, not a super long time.
At this point, 7 days.
You gotta be careful with this one. He tends to bring out the soul of the ocean in you.
Oh, I brought the soul of the machine out in him.
Oh,
That
excellent.
sounds worse than how I would have described our interactions. Like, maybe like a melding of the souls. That sounds like you kind of like overrode my personality.
So you saw each other's souls?
Yeah,
Why'd you
here.
Why'd you
Wait,
stare
hold
at
on.
each other's feet?
I'll show you. See, this is my soul.
Ah,
For free?
it's
Yeah.
ugly. It's
Well, I
ugly.
mean, it is a soul. I also have a fish.
You have a fish.
You
Yeah.
got a fish, Gawain?
It's a fillet of soul.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it was okay. It was not as good as a halibut, but it was acceptable.
Well, we all need to go and visit some more because I have so many questions for you, Gawain. And Builder, where to even begin?
Well,
The last time we saw each other,
That's a good
I-
start.
I think you should go in there and check in with the harbor dude, and then we all will get together. I like you, man. Tabaxi, you're cool. Wavelength, Bert, you're into the whole like mechanical stuff and like figuring things out. Like I looked at Rhino and I threw up the first time because I did not understand it. Like there was a lot of spinning things and clicking things, and I got scared. And so I just kind of puked a little bit. But Builder said that that was okay. And I trust him because he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's like a little electric puppy.
Yeah, but then
You
you open
also
him up
throw up
and
when you
it's
get
like,
excited.
So he's kind of like
Sometimes.
Axe. He's kind of like Axe.
don't open that cat, please.
Please don't.
They don't
he'll
close. Like
Yeah.
Rhino, you can close the side again. If you open the side of other things, it does not close so good.
It's just
Like,
so cool. I meet people who have the same interests as me. They throw up when they get excited, and they like opening animals.
Please don't
Trial
open.
and error.
Please don't open Axe. Otherwise, I'll open you with an axe.
I have no interest in opening acts. I promise you that, Tabaxi dude.
Good.
Trial and error.
Yeah. Like sometimes you see something and you're like, huh, I bet I could replicate that. And then you do. And then you don't. Like
Wait.
a lot.
Wait, trial and error? Trial and
Yeah.
error for what?
Like, so Builder took the sign off Rhino and showed me the stuff, and then I cleaned up the puke. And then I was like, wow, I wonder if I could do that with other things. And so I got a fish, and I took the side off the fish, and then I could not put it back. And then I tried it with some other stuff. And most of it, you could not put it back.
Launch is just gonna look at him with a very concerned look and just hug Axe.
I'm not gonna hurt Axe. I'm not gonna hurt your little dude. He is clearly special to you. I sense the connection.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I'm not gonna hurt him. I swear to you.
Axe has been through enough.
No, I'm not gonna hurt the little dude. As a matter of fact, I've got a little something for him.
No. What is it?
It's like a little piece of jerky. I mean, I've been on a boat for a while, man. Like, I don't have like catnip or anything cool. Like, but I got like a little jerky.
You don't have the catnip?
No. But you know what? You come with us. We'll score the little dude some catnip. They get all fucked up on it.
Hey.
Like it's they seem to have a good time. Part of me wonders whether or not that's a good thing to do as like a caretaker of a cat, to be like, hey, you're getting all high and shit. But they'll look for it, so it's on them.
X is not a cat. He's a little tabaxi.
Well, sorry, I don't mean to be. All right, I'm learning things like not talking about skin or hair with certain people. So like, I'm sorry, small tabaxi, dude. You're naked though, and from what I understand, tabaxi do wear clothes. So let's find you like a little pair of pants, bro. Like we can take it. We'll get a glove. It will like cut the fingers off the glove, and then he can have one for his tail. Dude, this is a great idea.
I think Axe is a bit too big for a glove.
We'll get like a big glove.
How big?
As big as Axe. Well, not as big as Axe. His head has to come out like the hand part or wrist part. And then like the fingers will be for his legs and then the tail. So like that. Yeah, like that.
I mean, I plan on getting
There'll
Axe
be
up.
feeties! He'll have feety pajamas! This is the best idea ever! We could get like a good giant like knit wool glove. And then he'll have feeties. And
Oh my god, can we go clothes shopping? That'd be awesome. And also, I still need to buy some stuff for my performance at the wedding, so that would go in together with everything pretty cool.
You're going to the wedding too, bro? This is kismet!
What wedding are you going to?
The wedding. Samson's wedding.
Oh yeah, the wedding. That's right. I forgot about the wedding. That's right. I have to go perform at the wedding. Oh, I just mentioned the wedding. That's right. I did that too. This is awesome, man.
We are fated by Dylan's grace.
What's
Who's
a
Dylan?
Dylan? What's a
I'm gonna
Dylan?
guess.
Dylan.
Is that another man that
for
lives
making
in
this my
the sky in the
character.
forest, or
That is rude.
He is the being beyond all beings.
like that guy I met in the forest who was big and he said that this is a pretty cool place to be.
Why does he have
Pat,
beans?
Why
does he have beans?
I don't know, but I feel as though we are sidetracking this whole experience.
Why are we wearing feety pajamas to a wedding? For someone we have
Not
not
me,
seen
the
forever.
little naked dude. There is a small naked tabaxi. You can't bring a naked child to a wedding. He needs feeties.
I mean, he's been naked the whole time, man. Haven't you seen him? I mean, look at him. He's clearly not clothed. He's probably comfortable still, but I mean, he should get some clothes on for the wedding. It's kind of proper.
Again, I reiterate, Gawain, how?
Buckler had something
I
he
know.
looked like he wanted to interject.
I'm just gonna go get our paperwork for our ship.
Well, your ship is taken care of.
I still need to meet this
Oh,
guy.
heck yeah.
Who's your buddy?
White Kobold
Yeah, well-
looks similar to Zai, to Carrick and Builder.
Incredibly similar, except with a gold tooth and a hat with a feather in it.
So it's Zai, but not Zai.
No, it's not Zai. That's Builder. What's a Zai?
No, it's Buckler.
Well, the other. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, this one? Yeah, that's Buckler. He's a stand-up dude.
Nice to meet you. I'm Pierre Buckler. You mentioned a name there. What was that name?
Builder.
Oh, wait a second. Hey, I think I recognize you.
You do?
Are you? You have a skin condition, don't you?
Oh, for fuck! What?
No, we don't talk about that, man. That's like really sensitive. You don't talk about people's like external things.
Thank you, Gawain.
You were with Zai when you lot came and killed the dragon.
You know Zai?
Yeah. Oh, he's like, my second brother, like right removed.
Dude, these people's families.
I believe it.
We come from the same cave,
Cave. Okay. Yeah.
Same white dragon. Y'all's killed the dragon. Bunch of folks went bananas. I took
All
off.
this
did some
nostalgia is
sailing.
making my eye twitchy.
Bruh, this dude killed the dragon?
You killed
Yeah,
him.
isn't it? Well,
wait,
I mean, I don't know if he killed it, but you know, one of them did.
Yeah, we
That-
did that.
dude, that's awesome, man.
I don't remember
Well,
killing.
I was pretty sure these guys died. You know.
Samson told me he killed the dragon by himself.
I don't remember. I don't
Samson
remember
also
killing it.
wasn't there.
Samson wasn't at that dragon. That was
Samson
Thompson.
wasn't there.
Thompson was
No,
at
it
the
was
dragon.
Thompson.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember like a year and a half ago.
Wait. I
Wait,
remember killing a red dragon. What? I remember killing a different dragon. What are you talking about?
Dude,
lunch.
you're killing so many dragons now that you don't even
I don't-
remember which ones you killed.
I
So
don't,
this
remember,
was
I don't
this
even
was-
remember a white one.
this was slightly before you joined the group.
I was in the snowy area.
Yeah.
The village of Seven.
I've been busy
What?
killing stuff. So
Seven what?
sounds-
Village of
God,
Seven
very
what?
violent. No, it's a small town. There's only 7 of them.
Seven
Like-
small towns?
Well, I mean, now it's a village of 6 because they killed the dragon. Well, no, 5. Because Buckler's here, and he used to live there.
Wouldn't it be
But
four?
they also
since-
had that guy
wouldn't-
die. So
wouldn't-
yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't it be four?
So it's the village of 4.
Man, that's a very small village.
They must have to change like the sign a lot.
this is so
It's really confusing. I don't understand all this. I just think it's really cool that we're all friends now. That's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, technically, this is like 4 generations of group all powered into one. Out of character, this is like one of those super episodes of Power Rangers when all the different versions came together. This is crazy.
Oh, it's gonna get better. Just wait till
Ah.
next session. Nolan's not gonna join us this session, but next session we get Nolan's new character, and it's gonna be even more crazy.
This is a lot for one drow to handle.
Out of character moment.
Now, don't you go talking about that Destiny bullcrap. I don't believe in none of that malarkey.
Uh,
Oh,
Out
you
of
would have
character-
hated
yeah,
that,
Pete.
that.
out of character thought for a quick second. If like Nolan and you and me want to do the thing with
Stuff.
him and Gleason,
Yep.
I am free basically whenever. So if we want to do that, it's just like a little side.
I kind of want to do that so everybody else can see it.
Well, but everybody always watches the videos, right?
Nobody ever watches the videos.
They
I watch these videos.
they
Yeah.
watch them, and they're available for free on Twitch.com
And YouTube.
or
Slash
YouTube.
slash.
I
Natural
don't
7
know.
Adventures.
Bam.
Like everywhere.
This is why you got to plug, man.
Yeah,
yeah,
slash.
Actually
I'll
have
see if
really
we can
good
find a
branding.
spot to get that done with Nolan at some point in the not so distant future. Yeah, that we don't have to do that on this stream. We can do that, and then everybody can just watch it. It's gonna be super cool, guys. You're gonna love it. We have plans. Plans.
I'm scared.
You should be. You should be absolutely terrified.
It was a lot.
Oh, it's okay. We're gonna bring in like layers on layers on layers. It's like a parfait.
Whole thing's an onion.
Bro, my
Well-
brain is struggling with 1 layer, let alone 2, and now we're already at like 3 or 4, and I'm just like,
Oh, we haven't even
Surprised
said,
Builder came back.
we haven't even said goodbye to Bert and Launch yet today. So
I
just,
gotta remember.
We have a
What?
ways to go.
No!
we got a ways to go.
By
Anyway,
the way, Dylan,
yes.
I think Nolan is watching currently, and he has expressed an opinion.
Oh, no.
Where did he express it? Oh, there.
Yeah, through on the signal.
After church on Sunday. Nolan,
10 o'clock.
this Sunday I have a congregational meeting. So
Oh,
I can.
by the way, I won't be there. I'll be in the cities.
Okay, the following Sunday I may not be there, so you will have to be
Why
there.
are we planning in the middle of a session?
Sorry.
Well,
Because it's
because
Where in the cities, Storm?
I'm gonna be at the Twins game in the cities.
Did you
Well,
not pay
if you happen
attention?
to want to meet up at some point.
Invite me?
Dude, I would be. I would love to. Mall of America on Sunday, maybe.
Yeah,
you think you
sure.
do that? Awesome.
Possibly.
just so everybody watching
I will
on
get back
Twitch
to you.
knows, before we started playing tonight, we all took an autism test. And we are all on the spectrum to some extent. Some of us more than others. So hence
I
why
won.
we... Well,
I got the
Thomas
highest
isn't.
score.
Thomas isn't. He scored the lowest. Thomas is not on the spectrum. But this is why we get
He
sidetracked.
doesn't have the tism.
Sorry, fellas.
This is
I just
also
want to
why
know. I
this
won.
is Thomas
I got the
last
highest
night.
score.
This is
That's because
Thomas's last
you're
session.
actually diagnosed, or
What?
you're actually diagnosed.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
still,
call
I
it for
win.
what it is.
It means my skills are better.
It looks like evidence
You-
is vigorously
you
masturbating in
license.
the corner.
What did you say?
It's just, I gotta say it because every time I'm just like, it just looks
I
like
am
Evan's
very
going to town in the
vigorously-
corner. Just like,
He is
I am
carving
very
the guitar.
vigorously filing my neck.
I can't unsee it. It's just like,
Listen, man, a dirty mind's a dirty kind.
Okay.
you know, hey.
Okay,
I mean,
back to business here. Beautiful
Back.
guitar, Evan. We're so proud of you.
Yeah, it's very, very beautiful.
So, after the introductions, the three of you, meaning Carrick, Launch, and Bert, are going to step into the Harbor Master's office. In the Harbor Master's office, gotta reopen that tab. It closed. It's been so long. Walking into the Harbor Master's office, there's a sign over the door that has an HMA for the Harbor Masters Association in a kind of a diamond-shaped insignia with yellow backing. The lettering is red, and the outside edge is red. Walking in, you see a large office with also with yellow walls, but they are decorated with anchors, ropes, lobster traps, other various seaside equipment. Basically what you'd see if you walked into like a eating establishment for seafood somewhere in a touristy location. Kind of like that type of vibe. At the back of the
A
room...
Red Lobster.
Yes, yep. At the center to back of the room, there is a large desk made with red wood, and attached to the front of this desk is a ship's wheel, the steering wheel. The room smells of paper and fresh ink, as if lots of documents are written on and signed in this room. At the
And
back
cheddar
of-
biscuits.
And cheddar biscuits. Always cheddar biscuits. At the back of the room, there are two doors, one on the left side of the room, one on the right side of the room. The one on the left side appears to be that of a large vault, shut and locked at this time, while the one on the right is also shut, but occasionally you see employees coming and going through that door, and the glimpses you can get are that of a large hallway with with filing cabinets, shelving on both sides, housing a lot of papers. And then on either side of the door when you walk in, there are two iron statues of sailors with the sailor hats, the sailor sword, I forgot what it's called, at their hips, and they are both standing at attention. So,
A
at
rapier?
the desk. Rapier is more like Three Musketeers. It's not quite a scimitar, but it's like in between a scimitar and a sword.
A cutlass.
Falchion?
There you go, a cutlass. There we go. So, at the back of the room, sitting at the desk, is a half-elven man, not of the drow variety, half-elven. And there is a placard at the front of the desk with his name on it, and it says Harbor Master Hembane Valmus. He's an older-looking gentleman, but it's hard to tell because he is half-elven just how old he might be. His hair and beard are graying, and they're just getting past the salt and pepper phase that looks cool. They're more into the gray with a little bit of pepper. More salt, less pepper. And upon walking in, he is writing something at his desk, and he looks up at you all and says, "Well, you got a ship for me? I'm assuming you docked. Or do you have other business?"
You would assume correct.
Give him the paper, give him the paper. He scares me.
We have a ship that we would like to dock here for approximately 5 days or 1 week.
right.
I have your declaration papers and things like that right here.
All right, let me see that. He takes it from you. And DM opens up that paper. Where did I put it? Where did it go? Oh no. Finding it. So the ship is the Wee Wee.
The Wee Way. Yes.
The Wee Way. Interesting choice of spelling by you folk, but you're a interesting looking crew.
I learned to spell for that.
I see. So the owner here is Carrick Leodon. Is that one of you gentlemen, or is it somebody else?
That would be me.
All right. I'm assuming you're the captain of said ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you left Dockington. That took you a little bit longer than expected. Did you run into trouble along the way?
It's just a smidge, yeah.
We made a turtle. That was pretty cool.
There's turtles in the ocean, boy.
Big turtle.
It was a big turtle. It was almost as big as the boat. It was a cool turtle.
It was big. It was a really big turtle.
Big turtle.
We scared it off.
I think we scared it off. It kind of burns when I touched it.
This is concerning. Did it happen to be a dragon turtle, was it?
I don't know. What does a dragon turtle look
It was
like?
probably as big as the dragon, but it was definitely a turtle.
Okay.
They're
Anyway.
small.
You're going up to Armor. That's what I'm seeing
Correct.
here.
Yep.
Okay. No goods to proclaim. It's strictly just a travel mission. No.
Strictly just a trek, yep.
Okay. Magic items. I see health potions, oils of sharpening, gear, weapons. I'm gonna need you to be a little more specific on the gear and the weapons side of things.
Well,
It appears if
we
you
have-
have health potions and gear and weapons, that you're not planning on causing problems, are you?
No. These are specifically for defense weapons that are intended for said purpose. I've got my sword and my backup sword. I put those away. I've got my cloak, obvious armor, and things like that. I just didn't want to, inundate you with the obvious, so I just set your weapons.
Okay. How about you, small fellow?
I have a ring.
And what does it do?
I can jump.
Okay. Cat boy.
I have this crossbow, heavy crossbow, and these fancy shoes that let me walk up walls. Launch pursuits to walk up a wall.
Okay. And as he's asking you guys these questions, he's also taking notes of all these items, writing them down. And any other crew or members that traveled with you here that may have other magical items? I'm assuming you didn't travel the ship by yourself with 3 people.
No, the majority of the crew was rented out, and they brought just themselves.
They were naked
they-
gnomes.
Never.
Naked gnomes.
They're,
Yeah, they were naked gnomes.
They're
They were
free.
shocked.
leaves.
they were
Yes.
shockingly underdressed.
They're free
They had
spirits.
leaves
Over-
on.
They were shockingly underdressed or overdressed, if you ask some right person.
The
Interesting.
leaves were magical.
It's weird, big
What?
thing.
So you brought a bunch of naked gnomes and they're just free running around Watercrest.
I don't know. Did we?
I don't know what happened to them after they got off the boat, but they're pretty
They're
happy.
closed.
They
They're
got
definitely
money.
closed when we left.
They were
This is
clothed.
very strange
as
indeed.
they-
Where did you
They were
find
clothed in leaves.
naked gnomes?
They were clothed as they disembarked.
Okay.
We find them on an island.
Writes glancing at his paper, you can see he writes, "There is an island with naked gnomes?" Question mark.
And as he's looking down to write this, I'm like laser eyeing Bert and Launch, just like,
I think you might want to correct that.
You
One.
know, wave at you and smile.
Was an island.
I don't know. It disappeared on us.
it disappeared from view as we sailed off. So
Must locate Nudist Gnome Island for official business.
It adds to to-do list.
The crew, the remainder of the crew will be aboard the ship doing the necessary updates, fixes, things like that for the week. And if we do not return, they will be disembarking from the shore from here to do their own navigating for a while. Nothing serious, just
Nope.
routine maintenance and exploration.
All right. No other party
Broadleaf stuff.
individuals with magical items. You see, we have policy here. You have to pay a tax on the magical items you bring ashore. Let us know what you have, and if we find you with items that we didn't know you have, they may be confiscated unless certain pockets are possibly greased. So it's up to you, fine folk, what decisions you want to make.
Thomas, just a reminder the broadleaf exists.
So is Broadleaf staying on the ship?
Not permanently.
Right.
So we should inform him about Broadleaf.
No. You get it on?
I have one member of the party who is still aboard the ship who's currently not with us. And he will be coming at a later date. He too has the same assorted gear and weaponry that I do. I believe he has a dagger and a pot. And again, just the same, cloak and armor situation that we have.
No pirate work.
And he's not naked. He has clothes.
He very much has clothes.
I forgot to mention, as you can see, I wear armor.
I see that.
Looks at him proudly with that information.
His son doesn't wear clothes, though. I just found that out today.
I have a son.
He wouldn't get anything done.
The little
Yeah, son?
little panther is his son. I'm not 100% familiar with how tabaxis reproduce, but son, I believe it is a panther, not a tabaxi child.
I've never seen a tabaxi child. Or have I? I can't remember.
Well, I'm assuming
Oh,
you
well,
yourself
it's
were at one point.
Anyway, we do have some business to attend to in town. So if we could wrap this up, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, I have
yeah,
to go to a
so-
wedding.
Carrot, can I give me a D100 roll, please?
No.
I'm
Do I
just
have
going
to
to
use
calculate the
the-
tax rate for the magical items that have been declared.
Oh, 1%.
Give me a D100 roll.
It was 1%. I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm opening my bag of holding.
So we are all in agreement that we are getting Axe feety pajamas made out of a large glove, right?
Well, I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
object.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all are weird. Okay. $40.
All right. So for the magical items you've declared, it looks like the tax for them would be registration fee, that type of thing. Looking at 1,440 gold pieces for that, and then the fees for docking and landing, staying for a week, cleaning fee, convenience fee, security deposit, all that normal things. There'll be another 1,180 gold pieces. So that puts your total due right now 2,620 gold pieces.
So you're telling me that taxes and fees are more than the actual landing?
Well, this includes the landing. The landing was 200, just for pulling up to the dock. You see, we're the largest port on this side of the known world. So we have to keep things orderly, and that requires crew on my end of the deal to keep the docks up to shape, to take care of the warehouses, to file the paperwork, to make sure ships coming in have room to land, places to go. It's really quite a vast operation here.
Uh-huh. Okay. 2,600 gold?
2,620, to be exact.
Hmm. Okay. I will give him 2,620 gold.
All right.
I do not foresee this being an issue at all in the near future when we leave, correct?
Once you pay your fee here, I will hand you each a certificate saying you have declared your magical items and what you have declared. We have magic users at the gate that scan people essentially as they leave the harbor here to make sure there's no contraband on them, anything they did not declare, and then if everything is up to par, you show them your slip, you're good to go, and away you go.
Are there any travel restrictions within town?
Nope. Once you make it through here, you're pretty much safe. I mean, other than the general rules, don't start fights, don't kill people, don't murder, don't steal, don't be a dickhead, that kind of thing.
Well, I think we should be okay. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you.
See you later, man. It was nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you as well, young boy. Would you like to see a cool trick?
Oh, yeah. I would love to see a cool trick.
Thomas' anxiety immediately goes through the roof. Mentioning a trick, I can see it on his face. So, if you could turn and look at these two statues behind you.
Alright.
And he whistles. And immediately they go from whatever position they were into.
Oh my god, that is so awesome.
Yes, they are quite useful individuals.
Do they do anything else?
They do whatever I tell them to.
That is cool. How much were they, if you don't mind me asking?
They were custom made, very, very expensive.
Probably somewhere along
My
the
dad
lines
had
of
something like that
2,000
made for him.
Yeah, more than 2,000 gold. They're very, very expensive. But they serve as my god. Anyway, finish scribbling, hands you each a piece of paper, and one for Broadleaf, and it is your landing documents. And with these, you guys are free to leave the harbor and head out into the city. So, if you have any questions, let me know. If you need warehouse space, let me know as well. And if it looks like you'll be staying longer than the allotted 5 days, come and let me know, and we will settle up then. I think that is about it for my end of things. Oh, if you do not keep up on your dock fees, assuming you're staying longer than your 5 days, if you're 10 days behind on your dock payment, we will confiscate your ship, and then it is in the ownership of the Harbor Master Fleet.
Great. I will be sure to be here within 5 days.
All right. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm sure you have many things to do and you are very busy, so I won't take any more of your time. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks for telling me the cool trick.
You're welcome.
We leave.
X is not a panther. Picks him up and walks away.
Okay, said the snow leopard. So.
Oh God.
You three walk back out, and Gawain, Buckler, and Builder are there waiting for you, because you're all going to travel together by cosmic fate.
So, padded armor costs 5 gold.
Okay.
Barding is 4 times the cost of the armor.
What is barding? I don't know that word.
Barding is just armor for an animal. So like a horse, a dog, a small cat. So I think it would be reasonable to say
a panther, perhaps.
To get feety pajamas.
Oh, for God's sake!
I think it would be reasonable to have that be a cost of 20 gold.
Yeah, works for me.
Just have him do it, and if it costs more, just yell discrimination.
I don't think it has the same effect here that it does here.
And I have removed the 20 gold from my inventory.
I cannot believe this is happening.
I'm not going to have a naked child enter a wedding.
So, with that, the
Okay,
6 of you now traveling together can leave the harbor, and head out into the city. Other than buying the footy pajamas for the cat, is there anything else you guys would like to do in town?
Launch is gonna look for leatherwork, I think is the right thing, to see if you could get armor made for axe.
Okay.
I need to purchase a potion of growth and a cloak of billowing.
Okay, for time's sake, just because
We're running low.
Yes.
none of us want to stay up super late. I'm not going to roleplay all that out. Leather armor.
He's also gonna try to use the T-Rex skin that he has to see if he can get it made with that.
Okay, so what we're going to say is you happen to find a shop who is able to get this done fairly quickly since you guys... Well, okay. Hold on, I got a set of notes what needs to be taken care of here. So Carrick has given instructions for the ship. Any other conversation or arguments what to do with the ship? Everybody's cool with having it go out and do exploration missions on your guys' dime? Okay. How soon do you want to leave? The wedding from the 8th day of the 5th month is 6 days. The journey from Watercrest to Auradon is 4 days. So you can spend up to 2 days in town, depending on time frame. Thoughts? Leave the same day, spend a day or two.
Spend a day or two.
Yeah, a day or two. I'm fine with that.
That'll give time for items to be finished being made that need to be made or found. Okay. And
anyway,
the third one doesn't apply because that particular item did not happen.
What item?
Nolan's character.
Okay.
How much would a potion of growth and the cloak of billowing be?
Okay, so first things first, we're going to deal with launch and the armor. So leather armor, light armor, is typically 10 gold pieces. With the barding, that would bring it to 40 gold pieces. I would like to say it's cheaper because you provide your own equipment, but also they have to tan that that leather would have to be tanned and processed all the way through. So 40 gold pieces.
What if he sells the rest of the skin?
I don't know how many pounds do you have?
Let me look at my inventory again. 25 pounds.
Okay, so it typically takes 10 pounds to do a set of leather armor.
Okay.
So you would be able to sell them enough for 2, essentially. Okay, so he'll knock off an extra 5 gold pieces, so 35 gold pieces at the leather shop you find. So now we have footy pajamas for axe as well as leather armor. And it is light leather armor, which makes it his AC 11 plus his Dex mod.
I don't really know how to do that for the cat.
His Dex mod as a panther is +2, so his AC is now 13 instead of 12.
Okay.
And this is nice leather armor with the T-Rex green and black patterning on it. Came out pretty nice.
So I'm going to make my way over to Gawain and Buckler and Builder and just kind of look them over and say, I know these guys are doing a bit of shopping here. Have you guys got anything set up for what you guys are looking for?
Well, I mean, I found these feety pajamas.
Besides,
Naked child.
for you, for protection. So you don't end up in a sack again, Gawain.
No, I've got this awesome adamite plate armor now. See, it's like hard. Like really hard.
Yeah, let me take a look at that. And I pop him right in the chest. Did that hurt?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Oh, great, Dylan.
Do it again.
Yes.
Let me try again this time and see if it hurts.
Okay, give me an attack roll then.
And I will. Hang on one sec.
Leaves the room. Give me attack roll. Leaves the room. What is he doing? Did he have to take a poop in the middle of this? Hold on 1 second.
Hey, Builder. Do you need pants? Like, I am discovering that there are several individuals that just apparently think it's cool to just be like balls out to the world.
Well, I don't have balls, but I am wearing half plate armor. That's good enough for me.
But is that like just you? Or is it a thing that you put on?
The answer to your question is yes.
You remain an enigmatic fellow. Like you are a riddle wrapped in an enigma inside of a puzzle.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
Give me an attack roll, Carrick.
I didn't even get to test out the armor yet.
That's what you're doing. Give me an attack roll.
Oh, I thought you said. You said saving. I was gonna do. Yeah.
I stab him with Marveloth Graknal.
Yeah, right.
Remember, you are in town with guards around, so
It's a surprise attack.
Yeah.
Surprise!
I'm gonna
Chill
cast.
time.
I'm gonna cast Thunderwave at 2nd level into his armor.
Not an unarmed attack.
So yeah, I will attack roll. Let me get my dice back up. That's it.
Hey, dude, check it out. I just got a brand new cup. Great. Let's test it.
Is there any other way to test it? That's the first thing I do when I get new nut cups. I bring them out to the range and I wear them and I have people shoot shit at them.
A healthy amount of explosives.
Yeah.
A crater to a dynamite.
Strike. Where the hell is my unarmed strike? Nope.
It should be under actions.
Yeah. That's what I thought too.
You go actions all at the top.
Uh-huh.
Be like the last one.
There it is. Okay. That is 18 to hit.
Miss. You punch and it does nothing to it.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Really good armor.
Okay. What about weapons?
He holds out his hand and a lance appears within it.
A lance?
Yeah. I also got a cool horse.
What?
Yeah,
What happened to you, Gwen?
a lance.
All right. For clarity, I need to know out of character. This is not like an 8-foot long fucking like javelin lance that we're.
Yeah, it's a jousting lance.
Gwen. Gwen.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
All
I don't
right.
want to sound rude or offensive. What does that do?
Oh, the sharp point you stick into people.
What
That
about
hurts them.
what about people that are in front of the sharp pointy stick part?
Like beyond the sharp point?
Yep, like there's the blade,
Yeah.
and then here's the person.
Then you push the sharp part into them. Like I thought you understood like cutting.
I don't think he understands how this is going. So if he gets closer than your poke ability, what happens?
Oh, I can poke like right up next to me.
Do you have extendo arms? How long is this lance?
No, I don't have extendo arms.
Okay, Buckler, Builder, how about you guys?
Uh,
How you looking? How you looking for gear, weapons, armor, equipment, etc.?
If we wanted to pick up some healing potions, it might be a good idea. But other than that, I've had a recent shopping expedition and a building expedition, so I'm pretty well set on where I need to be.
Wonderful. Well,
You
yeah,
could
went
pro-
that plan.
he could probably use like a chamois cloth. Like the one that we had on the boat got really worn down. Like you need to get in there with it.
Okay.
I'm not
Off
going
to
to
market we go. We can go. Let's go get them potions. We'll get you guys all hooked up. I just want to make sure that this squad ain't going nowhere. No one's gonna die. I need to make sure everyone's hooked the VF up.
Time skip 2 days, everyone's dead.
Cue epic shopping montage.
Well, so
Okay.
I have the feeling from beyond that there may be more people joining us that may require more assistance, Carrick.
Interesting. What is
The
clue?
Dylan. It feels as though the Dylan is communing with me that element of shopping and generosity is not yet here. As though those who have joined you are fairly prepared for this adventure, but perhaps another is coming. One who may even be watching at this moment.
That
From
is-
beyond.
Wow. Very surprisingly explanatory. Very,
Do you want to
very
go?
specific.
Do you want to go like get some pie?
What do you think, boys? You hungry for pie?
I cannot eat, but I would absolutely love some pie.
Builder, would you like to enjoy the social etiquette that pertains to eating pie in a group of people?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Max also have pie.
Who?
Max,
Hey, guys.
you also have
Absolutely. If Axe can eat pie, absolutely.
Kids
what
love pie.
We'll get him a banana cream pie.
Hey guys, I just got back. What's this about pie that I hear?
We're going to get pie. You hungry?
We're all getting pies. Let's
What kind
go.
of pie?
Any kind
Oh.
you want. We're going to the bakery. And
If
we
you-
are
Oh
going
my
to
God.
feast.
If
Pies
you've
and
never
bread
had
with
eel,
stuff inside of it, that's gonna be awesome.
Dwayne, you did not say what I think you said.
what?
What did you just say? Say it again. I dare you.
If you've never had eel pie,
You're out of the pie group. Get out.
what are you talking about?
Nope. Back on the ship.
We're on a seaside town. Why wouldn't you have eel pie? This is like the
Let's
only
get
place that you can have it and not get sick.
Because pie's a dessert. You enjoy it as a dessert, not a main course. It doesn't make
No.
sense.
A pie is a multi-use tool.
You can put anything inside of bread,
Your
man.
mom's a multi-use tool.
Accidentally,
Yeah, Queen.
quite
I
possibly
said
the
it.
sickest burn I've ever heard in my life.
Carrick, I'm going to extend to you.
Don't say eel pie.
No, I'm going to extend to you a bit of charity and just say that was a hurtful comment.
No. Oh,
And I would appreciate it if you did not refer to my mother, who is a very nice lady, in such
Do
a
you need-
manner.
Do you need some aloe with that burn?
I'm sorry.
I
Sweet,
accept,
wonderful Gwen.
I accept your apology, sir.
Had I gotten to actually know your mom to make that distinction, it would have warranted that statement. However, I do not know her, and I assumed. Shame on me. So,
Well,
moving on.
it's okay, Carrick. It is okay. But let us go and get delicious fish-based pies for everyone.
You're on there. Even though I'm sorry, that's still holistically unacceptable.
Is it gonna be pot pie?
Yeah, it's
Chicken
good.
pot pie. chicken pot pie.
At the top of his lungs, he goes, "No, the bakery! The
It's still-
bakery on the side!
Me and Axe are still gonna.
You have things like that that are gross and disgusting. You have pot pie, a restaurant, you have baked pie, and a bakery. The bakery family.
Carrot,
When
can I get you to make
ignores-
a perception check
ignore-
for me?
Ignore his tantrum. Let's go get fish pot pie.
Also, really quickly, Bert's gonna run away screaming. He's scared.
Lo- Axe and I-
Perception or just a regular perception check?
Perception check.
Oh, cool. That would be a 23.
So after your outburst, looking around, you notice that there's a few guards dressed in the harbor master's colors with their symbol on the chest, kind of like reaching for their swords a little bit as they eye you down.
Am I seeing this happen?
Yeah, sir, are you okay?
Like, "Ah!" I need to ask you a question, actually. Your opinion would be very valid on this particular subject, as I don't understand their... I don't understand them. Now, I need to ask you a very serious question as an individual that's from here / works here.
Yes.
Where would you go to get eel pie?
Let's go get eel pie.
Well, you see, eel pie is one of the staples of Watercrest. It's one of our finer dishes. So most places have it, but if you want the very best eel pies, you got to go to the confectionery Eel Shack
Do you know
in
how
the
much
upper
it usually
class
costs?
district. The best ones are about a gold apiece.
Holy shit.
Excellent
Is
pies.
that
They're worth it,
confectionery facility maybe considered a restaurant or a
Yes.
diner?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yep.
Well, I mean,
I told you.
Let's go.
it's a place that serves food. Like, is it
Guys,
any
and you
place
want
that
pie.
serves food?
Let's go get
No.
eel pie. It's a favorite of mine.
Yeah, you don't go to Watercrest and not have eel pie.
This is going to be a long trek if I don't open my mind. So
That would
I
that would be like going to Minzo Baratzan and not having frog milk. Come on, like
New places.
I'm rolling
new
for a new
food.
character. I'm rolling for a new character.
Yes, let's do it. Come on.
Carrick has gone catatonic.
Garrick, I think I have something that may help.
Stroke victim.
Oh no,
Right.
are you all gonna do
And a
drugs?
violet green lily. It'll help, I promise.
What are you handing?
I'm offering you a vial of dream lily.
he's offering you drugs.
Yes,
Will it taste like actual pie?
it will not taste anything like pie.
What will it taste like?
It actually tastes like your favorite beverage.
So not Buckler in the corner. Okay.
No, the best flavor you've ever had.
Swear to God, it tastes like eel. All right. Shoot it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
It tastes exactly like eel pie.
No. It tastes like your favorite. I don't know. What's Carrick's favorite beverage?
Frog milk.
That just absolutely just perfectly aged liquor that no one talks about because no one can afford it. I had it one time from the barkeep after we had slain that white dragon.
That's
And he's like, "Hey man, back here, I gotta give you something because only you could heard something like this." And that was and immediately my nerves are just like,
tastes exactly like that, and you feel slightly disoriented, but extremely happy about it. So for the next hour, you are considered poisoned. But you're also immune to fear, resistant to pain, and if you happen to drop to 0 hit points, you don't die. You go to 1 instead.
It's good
This
stuff, man.
is for how long?
An hour.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Keaton, do you happen to have on your person somewhere the Dream Lily saves to keep you from being what you were up to? To keep you from being addicted to it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I saw it somewhere in the last week. I can't find it. Carrot, can I have a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
I would, but I'm just so happy.
Don't do drugs, kids.
This is the happiest I think I've been a long time. I'm pretty sure. It's because I got to see a lot of old buddies again.
And you're gonna go get some eel pie. It's gonna be amazing.
Eel pie. I know you like it. You look like you like it.
So you guys have been walking during this time towards the confectionery eel shack, and you find at the confectionery eel shack the sign says the world's home of the world's finest eel pies.
Mm-hmm.
The roller
4.
22.
Oh, 22. Okay,
And
you're not
there's an
addicted
excited
to
monkey.
it, Carrick.
Oh, you say?
You are not addicted to Dream Lily.
Oh, excellent. It's still really, really good. Also, I'm going to need another shot at that builder. I hear it too. It's driving me nuts. I'm like, who's doing it?
It's
But
Evan.
I gather what it is now. I thought it was someone
Need a little more
fucking.
motion.
Yeah. Evan, you're
Monkey loose in
too
the
much
streets.
friction. You're gonna rub it raw.
There's a monkey
What?
loose in the streets.
Too much friction. You're gonna rub it raw.
It's
Is it too loud? I can mute myself.
Use some
It's-
lotion.
No, you're good.
It sounds like there's a chimp like way behind them going ooh 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 ooh, ooh. But it's like 50 yards behind the party, just out of reach of sound.
Well, the Watercrest librarian, he's actually an orangutan.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
Little reference
they're
for those
called-
of you that have done some reading.
So I made my way. We made our way to the pie shop,
So
and I look over at Builder, and I go, oh. "Builder, what's that sign say?
What does what sign say?
That sign up in front of us. What's it say?
The eel shack?
Why are we here, not the bakery?"
As
What- What
Gawain
bakery?
comes out with 6 eel pies. All right, bros. Pie for you, Bert. Pie for you.
Builder, I'm gonna need another one of those
Pie for
thingies.
you,
Already?
pie for you.
Yeah, he's gonna give me. He's gonna give me something that crawls.
you.
Already. up to
Builder,
you,
can
man. You
can I
know.
get a Constitution saving throw from you two, please?
Oh,
Eels do
Wait,
it crawl.
you're giving.
dude.
You only had 2 left, didn't you? Didn't you take one, Builder?
No.
Okay.
I took one on the boat over.
How many did you have left?
No.
Do you have 2 or 3 left?
He doesn't dip into his own supply. Come on.
no one dips into their own supply.
Pretty sure it was. I have it here. I just took one out. Okay, I just stopped. There it is. 3. No, I had 3. 2 now.
Took one on the boat and gave 2 to Carrick. Can I get a con save from when you were on the boat, please? And then Carrick, if you're taking another one, I'm gonna need another con save. Dream Lily can be a highly addictive substance, just so you're aware. And as you settle down to eat the eel pies, you find they're actually quite good. They're a natural 1. Okay, Carrick, you are in trouble.
Well,
Your brain
tired.
starts to hurt because you've wandered away from your destiny greatly.
So Carrick, after failing your
Gonna pretend
second
it's
one,
pie, man. It's gotta
Eh,
pretend it's pie. It's just it's pie. It's all pie.
Launch and exit just chowing down.
Can Bert become Big Bert as he eats his pie so he can eat it in quick bites?
sure. Builder,
All right,
what was
Bert
your
will now grow to the
con
size
save?
of large. As he sits down at the small table and this pie will be delicious.
Builder, what was your con save?
19.
Okay, you're fine.
This pie will now be delicious.
So you guys eat your pies. They're quite good. 6 gold pieces come out of Gawain's pocket. It's all good there. And for brevity's sake, you guys eat your pies. You find yourselves at a tavern. And you all go to sleep, except for Carrick, who is unable to sleep because he is suffering withdrawals from the Dream Lily for the first time ever in his life. Really, really wants it. Can I have a wisdom saving throw, Carrick, to see if you get up and go try to find more?
It's a good shit.
Anyone else that's in here? What am I rolling?
Wisdom saving throw.
That's a 5.
Why do you roll so poorly on the simple things? Carrick spends the night looking for more Dream Lily, searching the back channels, the dark side of the black market. Ends up finding some. Yes, Builder?
It is actually like in the description. It says that you can find it legally. You just pay like 10 times the price.
Yep. But he's not finding it
knowing
legally.
me, knowing me, I'm probably gonna go for the cheapest way.
He has rogue in him.
That is very true.
Yep. So, after searching for an extended period of time, not
He's in
sleeping,
fact roguish.
you will, in the morning when you make it back to the tavern, roll a d10 for me real quick.
Gonna go well. Six.
6. You find 6. You are able to acquire 6 vials of Dream Lily.
I didn't take them all, did I?
Nope. And
Oh,
it costs you
fuck.
6 gold pieces.
We just walk
That's
out
not so
and
bad.
And you have a level of exhaustion until tomorrow.
Yes.
So, everyone else, your hotel room for the night is going to cost. Your hotel and food for the night is going to cost 2 gold pieces
Total or each?
each.
Cool.
All
Do you
right.
want me to remove that from Buckler's equip?
Yes, please. Thank you.
I forget you don't have your sheet in front of you. And then that day, the next day comes. You maybe collect some of the items that you had, and you now have 5 days until the wedding.
How do I mark exhaustion on here again?
It's under conditions.
I believe that's under the weaknesses tab.
There's no weaknesses tab.
Are you on the desktop version?
Yeah.
So underneath your hit points total, there's a thing that says defenses and conditions.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
And then
Evan.
click on conditions.
You didn't
And
build
then you
Buckler
type-
in my
And then
campaign.
all the way down at the bottom is exhaustion.
One exhaustion.
Then just send me a
marked.
note on Signal, Dylan.
And then just click all the way to 6th.
What? To 6th? I'll die.
No, 1.
Yeah, he just said mark.
Don't do drugs. This is the DARE compliant campaign.
Yes.
It's not drugs. It was just like basically a shot of absinthe.
No, it's actually a morphine equivalent.
Oh, thanks for that, Builder. I did not know that.
You scored heroin off the robot.
No wonder those eels look like unicorns. It's crazy.
So
I feel like crap. Am I sobered up by now?
it only lasts an hour.
Oh, thank God. So I wake up. Oh,
But because you are now addicted to it, I will have you roll randomly here and there to see if you need to take it or not in high stress situations.
great. Why do I feel like crap and I don't think I slept? Did you guys
Because you
sleep?
ate some eel pie, and you
That's-
also drank some stuff that the cool mailman gave you.
I slept like a baby.
You know what? It's probably because I was up puking all night after eating that eel pie.
Ah, you need
Yeah,
to do
that was pretty good, man.
It was pretty good. It was amazing. Almost delectable, I could say.
Full disclosure, there's a lightning storm going on right now, so if I go power out, that's probably why.
That's actually kind of funny.
Uh,
So
Derek,
I'm just like, oh,
what you need is a bit of the, well, not hair, but like scale of the eel that bit you.
that sounds awful.
You need
sounds-
another eel pie.
No, no,
Double down.
No.
Double down.
no.
Whether you're betting or betting on pies, always double down.
Nope.
Always.
Nope.
Unless you
All right.
can split, but then split and then double down.
Wayne, you give the worst advice. I just need water and water.
And pies.
You have water.
So, anything else you guys as a group would like to wrap up for the day before you leave? You'll spend one more night before you head out to arrive on the same day as, or do you want to get there a day early to the wedding?
Oh, let's get the bands.
Well,
They
do we
want
have
to show up early while they're trying to rehearse.
Well, there is one person that's in the band
Oh yeah, hi, that's me.
that may have a
Preference.
that may actually have to be there a day early.
Oh,
That's right.
So,
well, no one's communicated that with me. What was that called again? What is the thing that I'm hooked on called?
Dream Lily.
Penis.
Dream Lily, one word. It's in D&D Beyond as an item. So, the one thing you guys do have to check on, Carrick specifically, is Barnalot and the boat. Do you want to do a status check on that? Or
He has
say
taken
he's
your
got it?
money and just fucked off.
Yep. Yeah. Well, now that we've got supplies and everything, and rested up a bit, I'm gonna go back to the dockyard and see what's going on.
Okay, so you guys swing by the dockyard real quick, and you see Barnalot has already amassed somewhat of a crew. It has people loading stuff onto the ship, and he did manage to find a magic user who is able to cast Sending, just not very often. So I'm going to put that in the notes here.
The crew are all nudists because of the rumor that you put out.
Some of them are
Like,
actually.
Hi.
Some of them
Love
are
it.
the gnomes that you recognize. They came back looking for work.
That's perfect.
With clothes?
Because now you can
Yes.
tell if they're stealing anything because they got nowhere to hide it.
They always have somewhere.
There's only so much that you can steal.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah,
Run a
exactly.
tight ship here.
So yeah, he's got it figured out. He'll be ready to depart in 5 days, and yeah, you got yourself your first ship that you have to keep operating, and that cost is, what did I say it was? 25 gold, 50 gold a day.
Yeah, 50 gold a day per person, something like that.
So for
Oh, you said it was a
foreseeable-
gold a day for per crew member. So yeah, 50 gold.
Yep, and
Ish.
you need 40 to run the ship effectively, and then the
Yep.
extra 10 can be for supplies and stuff.
Yep,
So
and
50
for the
gold, 50
captain.
gold a day. So you guys have your first ship, the Wee Wee, is going to go doing exploratory missions and report back to you occasionally. So that is
Excellent.
fun. So you guys head out at about 10 or 11 o'clock that day towards Oradon. For time's sake, we are going to fast forward through travel. You're traveling a well-known road. We'll just say for tavern stops during the night, each night will cost you a gold piece each. So that's 4 more gold pieces each for travel. And you arrive in Oradon. Yay! And I'm going to make a note to Evan.
So it's 24 gold then each? Or
Four-
24 gold total?
Yeah, are you paying it out of the party fund?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be 24 gold total. Okay, so you arrive in Oradon, and as you approach, you see it's not a super small town, but it's not a great big town either. But it is currently the capital of Armor. And this particular... Where are my notes? There it is. The town is kind of in a hustle and bustle. You see various items going up, like arches with some decorations, a lot of people milling about. You manage to find rooms in the tavern for the night in anticipation for the wedding tomorrow. Bert, you meet up with your band. And for those of you who aren't aware of Bert's band, you meet up, and when you see Bert and his bandmates, you realize very quickly that these 3 bandmates are goblins. They are 3 goblins. Their names are Ajax, Cleavord, and Dushorn. And
That's gonna go so
together,
quick.
you see that they have a sign or a luggage crate beside them that says the Alphabeticals is the name of the band. A, B, C, D. Ha, 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 ha. So, any conversations that want to be taking place there?
Hey guys, I'm here for the rehearsal.
Oh, good. We thought you were going to be late.
No, I'm never late, man. You know me. I brought my cowbell and I got this cool cloak for the thing. Look, check this out. And then he's gonna use a bonus action to tilt the letter billow behind him.
Ah, that looks very good. We will
Thank
put
you.
on a good show.
This will be great. Are we gonna sing our hit song?
Yeah, that's, I believe goblins are real, right?
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Launch is
We're
gonna
gonna
walk
get
up.
awareness of this thing that could be real.
Yeah,
just gonna walk-
goblins might be real. But we're just halflings.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As established before.
Yeah, so we don't know if goblins are real or not. We're just...
I mean, they might. I hear they turn trees into gold, as we all know.
Yeah, I think that's a malicious rumor that should maybe not be propagated, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
Launch is gonna walk up to Bert after meeting or seeing his band members. You sure you don't believe goblins are real?
I mean, I think they're real. I've never seen them though personally.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive. I've never seen goblins before.
Oh, I swear I've seen some in this town. And he's
What
gonna
are they?
Launch is gonna look. Launch right after saying that is gonna look at his bandmates. I don't know. I swear I've saw them, but I don't know anymore.
We'll keep a lookout for you just in case you want them to go see them again. I
Launch
also
is,
want to see them though too. So if you find them, let me know.
Launch is gonna head back and turn around behind Bert's back and is gonna give a thumbs up towards the goblins and walk away.
So Bert goes off and continues to practice with the goblins, and you guys find yourselves rooms in a tavern for the night. That'll be another 6 gold out of the party fund when Carrick gets back. And morning comes, and it is time for the wedding. Yes, Peter.
6 gold? There was 2 gold each.
No, it's
There's
been
5.
one gold is what I've been doing on the journey here. And there's 6 of you.
2 gold because we were in a big town of Watercrest.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
were in a tourist trap.
All right, cool. Cool.
Not everywhere is as expensive as Watercrest or Colfax. Come on, Pete.
Hey. Gawain has a thing to make him not have an 8 intelligence. All right? Sometimes that seeps through.
Actually, real quick, why don't I do this? I can steal this. We're going to make, real quick, the party fund is going to become a public document at this moment in time. So we don't have to rely on somebody being here. So I'm going to rip it from Thomas's dirty little hands.
That's right, Thomas. You're
That's
losing
right.
control of the party fund, you heroin junkie.
That's right, Thomas. Yeah, Thomas.
Use it as
All
a
right.
short
No more
snack.
using the party fund
You-
for
you-
your drug addiction, you.
I did not.
You drug addicted man.
I would never. Oh, so much. No, that's
So
not for
So much
you.
so much missing. What'd you spend it on? Your drugs?
No, it's how much that crook down at the harbor took us for,
Shame.
right?
Shame. Blaming a poor innocent man trying to make a living wage.
Hey, what's that big canteen of liquid? Is that drugs?
No,
Let me sniff it. What is that stuff? That's
sparkling water. We will never forget, Pete.
Show me your hand. Show me your hand. What is
Just,
this?
just want to touch it real quick.
Okay, hold on. I
So-
almost got this done here. I'm just moving the party fund into a shared doc for you all so that they can access it when you're
Oh.
not present.
So you can monitor my spending habits
Yes.
and how I've been secretly bankrupting our entire operation from the beginning.
Yes.
I invested in
Bitcoin.
yeah.
NFTs.
I invested
Highly
in Warforged ring fighting.
You
Almost
invested
in,
in chimps that slowly follow behind us and go, whoo, whoo, whoo.
There
I was
you go.
gonna call it real steel.
So there is the party
But-
fund. Somebody can remove 6 gold pieces from it for
I-
this time period.
I can't. The only problem was I lost it all because I couldn't find any Warforged.
Bad investment.
Yep.
Okay, so morning comes. It is time for Samson's wedding. Who is Anonymous Blobfish?
I don't know, but I love that.
That's hilarious, Pete.
I'm not an ominous blobfish.
Who's Anonymous Blobfish that's editing the party fund?
Not me. I just was waving to them.
Is that you, Storm? No.
You know what I am. I never change my name online, especially in
You're
group stuff.
ruining the immersion.
Sorry, I don't know who Anonymous Blobfish is, but they're in the document that I just sent in Signal, so
Oh, you're being hacked. That's cool.
it could be a hacker.
Well, it's fine. It's probably
Eaten.
You guys, it's like
Brody.
legit storming pretty hard over here.
Gross.
Then let's get to it.
I went to go look outside and it's just looks like
So-
monsoon season in South America.
Wedding time notes. Here they are.
Wedding time.
Okay, so as you guys are getting ready for the wedding, I'm not going to go too in detail with the wedding because that can get really
What?
awkward for
It's
both
a
me and
very
Storm.
important time for a lot of people, especially the main event.
But you guys find your seats, and you see that this is a large affair. The whole town is showing out. And in true Oradon tradition, there is a short ceremony with Samson and his bride. Storm, can you give me a little bit of info about what Samson's bride looks like and maybe a name? You never did get that information to me.
Oh,
I thought I did.
Never sent it over.
Oh,
Wait. Let me browse through something real quick.
we've been waiting
Do you have drawings?
for days.
You remember Tomodachi Life?
Yeah.
We have a couple of me's that have some interesting names.
Okay. Short, brief ceremony in true Oradonian tradition. And Samson actually looks happy for those of you that know him, which would be Gawain and Carrick and Builder. And Cheem is there as well. And so
a
is,
lot of these
and,
names suck. I'm going to go with the only one that is good.
And can I have a... Actually,
Majima.
what's everybody's passive perception? And then launch, I'm going to need you to make a
I will
stealth
also
check.
give you. Okay.
19.
Nice.
15.
11.
Builder ain't see shit.
It's all that
trying to-
heroin.
I'm trying to.
It's morphine.
I'm trying to do the maths.
A whole new world.
Carrick, perception check for me.
A new fantastic point of view.
26.
26. That's going to be higher than anybody's passive perception.
Sorry, go ahead.
Unbeknownst to all of you, I didn't need a perception check, I need your passive perception. Unbeknownst to all of you, Launch is at the wedding, and then he leaves the wedding sometime during the middle of the service. It just slips away, possibly to never be seen again. Who knows? We'll find out one day. But some of you recognize Cheem. Would he be in the crowd, or would he be up? Would there be a best man type thing?
Probably.
Okay. So
And I messaged you the name.
short
because
ceremony.
There's a lot of them that sucked in that thing. As seen.
Yeah, Bertha is a horrible name. With Samson.
And so is Nana.
Yep. Samson and his bride Phoenix now becomes Phoenix Wild. That's a wild name, actually.
It is pretty wild.
So that they are now wedded together, and in true fashion here, we have a large party after the fact with cakes and roast meats, smoked meats, fine breads, copious amounts of strawberry ale available, and Bert's band, the Alphabeticals, get rolling and going to town. Any description you'd like to add in there, Samson or Bert?
Yeah, he looks fucking awesome. He's going to town on his cowbell and his cape is billowing and he's in his giant form. Let's see, if he drank the thing, it would be 3 hours.
I found your wife.
I'm scared.
Phoenix Wild.
I feel concerned.
What is this?
That's a real person.
Phoenix Wild is a mom of 3 living in Hawaii.
How did you do that? What did you do?
How did I do that? Man, that's how I did it. I found your wife.
There's Samson's
Your three-
wife.
3
Oh,
beautiful
boy.
Hawaiian children.
So
Well,
as
you wanted me to roll at some point for
I
what?
just wanted your passive perception, but your passive perception is not 26.
It's 19.
Yep. Nobody's passive perception is 26. So
Should be.
after the wedding, Samson and Cheem, recognizing Carrick and Gawain and Broadleaf, who's not here, and Builder, and Cheem would recognize Buckler. Have at it. Interact. Yay.
Good friends. I'm glad that you made it to my wedding that I didn't necessarily tell you about.
As Nice to say
Except
that,
for you,
robot.
Gwen. You're always welcome.
It's beautiful.
There, Gwen. There.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you very much, Gwen. As for the rest of you, I'm glad you could join.
Didn't mean to crash the party, but Rhino and I just kind of happened to end up running into Gwen.
Oh, don't worry about it. You're always welcome, especially as technically old friends.
Well, good.
Okay, completely okay. I can't remember if Cheem knows Gwen or not.
I don't think Cheem does know Gwen. We could say he does.
Yeah.
He's a family friend of Samson's.
Yes. Okay. Wayne and Cheem may know each other by passing, but there is that potential connection between Gwen and Cheem. So there is that thing.
Oh yeah, now I remember about that. We wouldn't know that though.
Well, it wouldn't be obvious.
Yeah.
At least not yet.
I do wish Broadleaf and Thompson were here, but to each their own. I'm sure Thompson's busy and Broadleaf has other things to attend to.
Broadleaf is there. He's just not speaking.
Broadleaf had
probably hasn't seen him yet. Then
yeah,
he ate eel pie, and ever since then, he has been just in awe.
Oh, so he is here.
Yeah, he's
Is
over
he
there
over by the buffet table.
Yeah, those little meatballs in the sauce
with the toothpicks.
Yeah,
Broadleaf's just going to town. He didn't even grab a plate. He's just standing there. Oh no!
I mean, he's now taking the toothpicks out, which is like a step up.
Here, let me go chat to Broadleaf for a little bit here, but it was very nice seeing all of you.
Cheem is gonna walk up to Carrick and ask her what they did in the airplane. So, Carrick, what'd you guys do in the airplane? I kind of missed out on that due to fault of not of my own.
You know, aside from having a super sick wyvern disappear on me and fighting a bunch of flamey people, not much.
You had a pet wyvern. Why don't you take it with you?
You know, I hate to beat a dead horse, but it's a hell of a line. He was just a free spirit, man.
Probably stuck in a tunnel.
You forgot him, didn't you? You forgot about him, didn't you?
He just went on vacation one day after I told him to guard something, and him and I don't even know who it was he was guarding with. He just, they just said they had enough. They just kind of scooched up out of there.
So I'm assuming the Birdman stayed. A win-win. His land.
Yeah, he ended up
talked so highly about.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna not save our buddy's homeland.
I'm assuming no one died. Best case scenario. Always assume that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's right.
From beyond the grave, you hear a Mary Pickford fall and smash on the floor.
Not like there's a statue of him built outside the castle in Delta, and nothing like that going on.
Yeah, nothing. It's commemorating our victory,
Yeah. When we were looting the Behold or whatever that thing was called in the Underdark before we escaped it, apparently it had some fraudulent money on it, and sadly, I used that on accident. Couldn't go with you. Got sent straight to jail. My stupid luck. I want to fall. I want to see the airplane.
So we need to unpack a few things. You went to the Underdark, killed a beholder. You went to the airplane.
I didn't.
Well, you went to the Underdark and killed the Beholder, and then went to jail. Like Underdark jail, like
No.
airplane jail.
No,
Like-
we killed the beholder. Left the Underdark. There by portal. Yeah, I can't remember.
Portal into Vorcrest.
Portal into Vorcrest. And well, I paid money to get into the airplane. That damn beholder had fake. Someone swindled the poor eye-sighted bastard. And I missed my chance with the airplane because I don't know where the hell to go.
Dude, does Launch know about this?
Who's Launch?
He's the cat dude with his naked, well, no longer naked, but his naked baby.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
All right, so I feel like there's some reciprocal sharing that can be done here. Although I only really knew him for like 3 days, and most of that was just kind of like going to inns and, riding on the road and stuff. But you guys have traveled the plains, both below and beyond, and you're being pretty cavalier about it. Like,
Gwen, you are super duper reading into this. Like, yeah, they're big things that happen in normal people's lives, but these are an accumulation of things that have happened over a great deal of time.
like how long?
Like since we parted.
That was 4 years ago.
It's only been like a year.
I've been busy.
That is a lot of stuff that even happened in 4 years, and Cheem over here is saying that it's in a year.
It's true.
roughly
We
within
kind of
a
we kind of ramped up this year.
Oh,
Like that-
the Underdark thing was kind of my fault. I kind of stuck my head through a portal, not knowing how portals work.
Well, it was
It's
a
really
good
fun.
thing. It was a good thing it was your head.
It'll be fun.
Definitely would do it again.
So yeah, they're big things, super big deals. No one in a million years would have like 4 or 5 of these, let alone the amount that we have. But hang out with us a little bit longer.
Gwen,
Maybe it's
I'm assuming you've met Buckler, right? We killed
Yeah.
that thing's master, and I'm wearing his skin.
Yeah.
Also,
Like-
Sam is coming back from his conversation with Broadleaf, and he's just going to say that's a little bit morbid, Gene.
Like
Fine.
that's
I turned it. I got it made into armor.
Yeah.
well, maybe like phrase it as a dragon. We defeated a dragon. Like it sounds less morbid.
Skin.
I killed his master and wear his skin.
I killed
I wear
his
it.
dragon. I killed this dragon bastard, and I wore his skin. Well, I made it into armor.
That sounds so much worse.
Yeah, she
I
was
wore
that
his
smart.
skin. Well, I made it into armor. Right.
Yes, we've had many a crazy adventure.
Yeah,
Are
she was gonna read songs of my future.
these
You
like,
can read it right now.
He's gonna
dude? You can't read a book in the middle of a wedding.
read the one passage that triggers the future. My future thing.
They're gonna do the chicken dance.
What?
Just
Come on.
just for the hell of it.
I gotta look it up.
Why don't you always know how to introduce something interesting to a party?
Yeah.
Okay, Cheem, as you read the book, you see,
From what I remember, it's the last like page that needs to
yeah,
read.
just the last page. You open it up, read like it's like the last page or one of the pages. I might have lost my notes on the Confessions of the Dark, but I know what it does. And because it's that day's future, you see yourself going to bed at some point during this day. Because it's late. It's getting late into the evening. Not a lot of day left to foresee.
That seems about right.
Okay.
I have to say, I was hoping some weird thing would happen, but well.
All right. So Cheem is like into reading now.
No, I'm not.
No, he's only into reading the last page of the book.
That's gonna give away the ending, dude.
No.
It's some sort of a tome he's reading. He's done
You
it a couple of times on my voyage back.
You wouldn't get it. You get to see it further into the day. You wouldn't get it.
I don't like, especially if it's like a murder mystery. You can't read the last page. Then it's like, oh, I already know. The butler was gonna do it.
I mean, fine, sure.
I mean, it's always the butler, but like, why even have a butler? They're just gonna stab you. Is that what butler means? Like stabbing dude?
So,
I don't believe it does.
So, how'd you guys get over here? Did you buy a boat, rent a boat, or
No.
sail on a boat?
I mean, we rode the Pridwin, but like,
Oh.
so no. Well, I mean, me, Buckler, Builder, then there was
That
John.
That builder said he was gonna.
Thanos.
That builder said he was gonna stay in the Underdark.
I did for a while, but my time
yeah.
had come to leave.
Oh yeah, I forgot how much faster time passes in the Underdark.
That is very true.
Wait, Builder, are you from the future?
It's from the past.
More as if he's from the past.
Because
I'm over 1,300 years old.
so is that like a time is cyclical thing? And like, so yes, like things looped around.
Nope, still a straight line.
Well, you told me like you were there at the Calamity and you saved everything single-handedly, which I mean, we've got to like kind of think about that. But how also are you from the future?
I'm not. I'm living in the future.
But time goes faster in the Underdark. And you were just in the Underdark.
Got
So
you
you're
there.
So you're from the future.
No.
Time's a
I'm-
construct, bro.
I'm gonna go get some of those little meatballs because they brought out another tray.
All right.
Okay.
But like, you guys have done like a lot of stuff, and I feel like from your perspective, you haven't even hit like the highlights yet. Like these are just like what happened last Tuesday? Oh, I went to the store and got some milk. You haven't even been like, oh yeah, I killed a demon. Oh, I slayed an ancient dragon. Oh, I recovered a relic of a forgotten era. And I don't mean like to say that about your age, Builder. Like you are a relic of a forgotten era, like literally.
I mean, I think Carrick also has a relic from a forgotten era. I think it's an old sword that talks to him.
Hold on. Carrick, you like prepare a way for me to understand what Cheem is talking about. I'm gonna get those little meatballs. Do you want to play to the little meatballs? Like they're banger.
Sure.
All right.
If you're offering, I'll take a plate of those little meatballs as well.
Okay, I can do like one more. Should I just get 4 and we can kind of like share?
Yeah,
Just-
I want some meatballs too.
Bring the whole basket.
I don't think they'd like if I did that. Also, it's like
I would personally say, don't steal the whole basket.
I'm not gonna take the whole basket. I'm just gonna take 4 plates. And yeah, I know that's not gonna like satisfy all of us at the same time, but it's enough for like a little, conversational thing.
Yeah, that would be most delectable. Thank you very much, Gwen. You're a very respectful man.
Oh, it's your big day, dude. You got like just it was just beautiful.
Don't tear up on me now, Gwen. You'll be all right. I appreciate your enthusiasm for this.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much, dear comrade.
All right, so additional relics.
Before we
think
get into
also
too
did
much
fight
more-
I think we also did fight demons while he was grabbing the sword.
Technically, yes, but we can save the bad talk for another time.
So to kind of fast forward us to the next part here of what's going to happen. The next and final part of the evening. For us. Not the wedding. But you guys party and drink and carouse throughout the evening, having a good time, focusing on the good things in life instead of the bad things in life, as you so often do with your adventures in the past. Reuniting with old friends. Nobody expected to see Builder ever again, and here he is. Cheem. So things have happened. But towards the end of the evening, you find your way back to your tavern for the night, which will be another gold apiece out of the party fund, if that's where you would like to spend it from, which somebody can edit. And you all drift off to sleep. And as you're sleeping, Carrick, by the way, you no longer have that point of exhaustion.
You now have 6.
Yeah. Carrick, you have a dream. And in this dream, Septimus approaches you once again. Hello there, grandson.
Evening?
You off having fun? I see.
I want to say yeah. Because a lot of people are coming back that I actually remember. And it's a pretty good time. But we're still pretty well on point to getting where we're going, I hope.
I would say so. Pretty happy with your progress thus far. It's good to take a step and enjoy the finer things in life instead of all the bad things all the time. But
Thank you.
Since you're here in Oradon, I feel that there is a bit of responsibility you and your group should take care of before you leave.
Uh-oh.
Well,
what does that mean?
If you remember, maybe you don't, your friend Thompson, who died on the island a little while back, he's from here, Oradon. Maybe you remember there was a letter written to you all from his father, Mayor Stovepipe, not too long ago. And, I think he'd appreciate knowing that his boy had died.
Absolutely. We'll 100% go.
So, that might be something you need to take care of in the morning.
Consider it done.
All right.
Oh man, ever since Mayor Stovepipe's son went off on that adventure, he'd been worried sick. Last night was the only time I've ever seen him crack a smile. That boy was his whole world. Oh man,
It's just good to see people being able to take a load off their minds.
Tarek goes up to him. Well, I've got news for you.
Would you? I go, oh my god, and I turn around and I take a shot at Dreamily because I
This is still in
Anxiety
the
spike.
dream. You're taking a
Oh,
shot
this
at dream.
this is still the dream.
Yeah, we haven't even exited the dream yet. They're just
Oh, damn.
bullshitting their way through.
That's how addicted I got.
Carrick in his sleep.
Stressed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I apparently like addicted to it enough that I'm just like, oh god, oh,
Sleep
I want to feel
dosing.
bad.
Sleep dosing.
So, well, once you're done with your duties here in Oradon, I think it'd be a fine time to make your way to the Trifold Keep. See what needs to be done there. So, it'll be a little bit longer journey, but I think you and your crew will pull through. But anyway, unless you have any questions for me, I think I will stop here for the night.
You know, it's probably a good idea. I think we all deserve a little bit of rest.
I'm awful tired living inside of a sword.
I was to say, even though you're,
It's a lot of work. You'd be surprised.
yeah, isolation and all. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, if you do the thing, you have to, yeah, sleep it off, man.
All right, I'll do that. We'll be in touch, grandson.
Great.
I'm always here if you need me.
This might be the most positive experience I think we've ever had.
Yeah, I'm here when you don't need me to. Unfortunately for you.
I don't know. I'm kind of digging it. I'll go to bed now.
All right. Stay away from the drugs.
What drugs? You have drugs?
All Carrick needed to turn around his perspective on things was heroin.
It was love. The whole heroin?
That good old black tar heroin.
Just 8 ounces of
Oh,
sweet
yeah.
Mexican black tar heroin. Let's
Just a couple of knocks, and then the world doesn't seem so bad now that I'm viciously addicted to smack.
All
those
right.
deep psychological things. They're just like,
So, morning comes, and you awaken in the town of Oradon, and you guys meet down at the tavern for some brekkie, I would assume.
For what?
Brekkie? Breakfast? The good edibles? Good old
Some
brekkie.
morning meals.
Okay.
Were you expecting it to be a form of fish pie?
I'm always a little bit concerned because brekkie means a lot of different things to a lot of different cliques of people. So it just sounds weird.
Okay.
So I don't know what to expect.
Bless you, Keith.
No, that's
Yeah,
a
bless
different
you,
tavern. That tavern's not in this town.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Do you want to inform the group? Talk about it?
Yeah,
Eric,
I'll
how
relay
you
the
wanna handle
information.
this?
I'll relay the
Oh.
information to the group.
Man, it's really nice when they block rooms for hotels like this. So that way the next day is kind of a little catch up after, a wedding night.
Yeah. It's kind of nice.
I have to say, the complimentary continental breakfast here is appreciated.
Yeah, it's very much appreciated.
Always good food.
Yeah.
Especially
No
like, yeah. It's like waking up to free food. What's wrong here?
Yeah. Nothing depressing.
No, not at all.
Nothing.
Not even a little bit.
Nothing earth shattering. Nothing like that.
It's not like I don't have to tell anybody about, just something awful. I just want to live in the now for a minute.
Yeah.
Something awful like what?
What have you done to me, Gawain?
What have I
Downright,
done to you?
downright irresponsible. All right. I need to go find Thompson's dad. It is. I hate to quote a movie again, but it is time.
I mean, I could show you, but I'm pretty sure he wants to wring my neck sometimes.
Well, I assure you, it will not be this time.
Yeah, it's not like you're bringing bad news or anything.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
He only
It's
wants to
not-
wring your neck if you bring him really bad news.
I mean, why do you need to see Thompson's dad?
Well, guys, I'm gonna go to bed. It's been fun. I'm just gonna.
It's like 7:30.
You just woke up.
I'm a little extra tired. No, that was also out of character. Yeah, I think it would. I don't know. I think it would make a lot more sense if we were all here. You know, like
Yeah.
us and Thompson's dad. So just let the suspense build. You'll understand when I talk to his dad. So it's all good.
Do you want us to come? Do you want us to not come?
Of course, I would like you guys to come. Any amount of support from any people, no matter how familiar, is still support. Oh my God, that's the most profound thing I've ever said.
I'm rubbing off on it.
You're either giving really, really good news or really bad news.
Yeah.
Should we be ready to run?
No,
Yeah,
just
should we?
I think we should do what you said best. We should, we're gonna come there to support and make sure that Cheem doesn't die.
What? Why? Why me?
Wait, is Cheem sick?
No,
Not dying.
no. Thompson's dad is just a little aggressive.
I mean, it's because I've been a pain in the ass for a while.
So support for starters, and then we'll plan B it when we get there.
I mean, I've been a pain in the ass for him and his son for quite a while, so
Oh God. Yep.
probably
yeah.
should stay out of sight. I can lead you there, though.
I don't know about sight, but we definitely need that support. Just everybody, just come together right now.
You better to give a motivational speech in front of him. You better want me out of sight. Out
I
of
feel
sight
like this is
from
like a group hug situation here.
Cheem, we're gonna. I just want to strangle you with love sometimes, But I digress. We're gonna make our way up to his dad's.
strangling is still strangling. Remember that, Carrick.
Sorry,
When was the
response
last time you heard someone say, "Oh, they strangled themselves to death"?
We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk. Hey, Cheem.
He's gonna
Cheem.
still.
We're not going to talk about that.
So, you guys set off after a breakfast and make your way to Mayor Stovepipe's house to inform him about the death of his son, Thompson Ruin Stovepipe. And walking up to the house, it is the largest house in Oradon, which isn't saying much. It's not a huge place, but fairly large house. And you knock on the door. Who's knocking? Carrick knocks on the door, and opening the door is a gentleman who would pass for an older Thompson Ruin, but this is who you gather to be his father, Mayor Stovepipe. Hey, good morning, laddies. How are you doing? What brings you? Hey, Cheem, you dirty rat! What are you doing with these fine folk here? What do you? What the heck? Is that the Warforged traveling with you all?
Apparently,
Yes, sir.
My son, he was thinking about those things. He kind of wanted to. Anyway, I guess I should ask, who are you folk, and what are you doing? What are you doing at my door here? Other than Cheem, I know who that fellow is.
We actually wanted to kind of have a sit down and talk to you about about your son, if you had a second.
I
Oh,
do,
no.
I suppose.
So I have a letter from him actually for you. I haven't read it, so he just he wanted me to give it to you,
All right.
and so I will hand him the letter and anything else that I was supposed to.
It's literally
Isn't the letter to his dad?
Do
it's
I?
his will.
His will.
I thought he. What?
Thompson's
No.
will. You read
No.
that.
There is no letter. It's just his will.
Oh, I thought it was a letter to his dad. You told me to grab it and everything.
No, you got a letter from his dad. He said.
Yeah, you got a letter from his dad a while ago. The group of you did, saying you had a
So-
place to stay if you ever came to town.
Mhm.
But he's never met you face to face.
Oh.
Thank you for taking care of my son.
Keeping him alive in the White Dragon fight.
Yep.
Please
Yeah.
make sure that he's fine.
Actually,
All of my
I
help.
can read you that letter verbatim here. Here we go.
Oh, good, because I thought I had received a different letter.
The letter you received before was, Dear Ground Zero, my name is Hendrickson Stovepipe, and I'm the mayor of Oradon and Thompson's father. I have heard of your ventures and what you've done for my boy, and I am forever in your debt for keeping my lads safe. I'd love to thank you in person, but as mayor of Oradon, I have other duties to attend to. If you ever find yourself in the kingdom of Aramor, you know you're welcome to stay here rent-free in my son's home as a thank you for your services. Sincerely, Mayor Stovepipe.
I regret bringing this up.
Is that in character or out of character?
That's it. That's out of character. Yeah. So, he, he did good against that dragon. He's been through a lot. He's done a lot. Seen a lot.
He talked about that dragon for... What are you guys, Ground Zero? Is that who we have here? I've never met you, but he
Yes.
talked about you. You must be Carrick. I know now. Yeah, he thought you the world of you folk. He talked about that dragon battle and how much you guys were saving him and helping him learn to adventure and be out in the world. And
Mm-hmm.
he was really quite taken with you all. And I wasn't 100% for him going on a second adventure with you all, but he assured me that you guys would keep him safe. But I'm realizing now that he's not here.
That's correct. Yeah. Yep. He is not with us. And I just kind of give him a little prelude up to the last battle. And I'm not gonna scar his dad further by telling him how he died, but just that he fought.
Do you remember how he died?
Does Thomas remember how he died?
No, I don't. I'm pretty sure he killed himself. So how did he die? Did he fall? He tripped and fell off a cliff. So technically suicide. But I don't
That was
remember.
Bert.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah, Bert killed himself, man.
I can't keep them all together.
Thomas, I think you might need to start taking notes.
I am so tired.
Well, we're almost done.
Okay.
Thompson got killed by griffins.
Oh
Remember
yeah.
the
Okay.
Griffin fight?
Yep. Different fight. I'm back.
We buried him on the island.
Now the island's not there.
Yep.
There's a wonderful monument
That nobody
with
will ever see.
Antitrian written in it.
Yep.
The only instance of that language in this entire world.
On an island that disappears and moves around on its own. Just to add to the insurity of it.
So yeah, I will fill him in on the whole situation prior to his passing, and then just kind of gently and easily try and work my way in as smoothly as possible to his last stand, or lack thereof.
His last fall.
Yeah. So he did really well. He was very brave.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that he was brave, but you all were supposed to keep him safe. That was the one thing he said you'd do for him. And I can't believe you didn't even have the decency to bring me his body back where it can be buried in the family grounds. It's on a godforsaken island and who knows where.
yeah, about that. We apologize. We didn't really know officially like what to bring back, so we thought it would be best and the most respectful to bury him there. And
But you did the proper funerary rites. Like, you didn't do some sort of unholy, like beings from another world doing their funerary rites.
Gwen,
Right?
Gwen,
That's
Gwen,
a bit meta, Gwen. I'm sorry.
Gwen, yeah,
Um,
Gwen, shh, Gwen.
So technically, I think Thomas needs to roll a deception check there, right?
Why?
For not knowing what to
Uh,
bring back.
Yep.
Did he know what to bring back?
We had a letter.
That's right,
We had
he
a
did.
will. What did it say in the will? It didn't say how he wanted his body or
sent
anything about
the
his body
will.
that I remember.
I believe
I
it
remember
does.
that thing about that was Gleason.
Hey,
Here's-
Mr. Survivor.
here's
Hey,
Thomas-
Mr. Survivor, you need to keep notes.
Here's Thompson's will.
Guys are killing me. Why
This
do I
is
gotta
Thompson.
keep
If you're reading this, I'm obviously dead, and this is clearly my will. I have some favors to ask of you. Some may be a bit heavy on the heart, but it must be done. I request that you bring whatever remaining gold I have to my father, and a confirmation of death. Not a body part for those of you that are sick fucks. Mostly my hat, coat, and my gun. I want to leave my dragon skin to Sammy. Tell him to make a good fashionable vest out of it in my honor. The bag of holding, I'd like to go to one of you, decide who gets it, along with the boots, their magic. However, the shields and spare weapons are to be sold to cover the cost of the burial, and maybe elk can be made into a statue. No, to be a little serious, don't be upset. What I want you to worry about is a tantrum that my father and Sammy will have. Tell my father I died a hero following the ethics and morals he taught me, and as of Sam, the house goes to him. I held on to it when he left to seek out his brother. Carrick, as of you, you remember the favor I asked of you, keep your promise and help out the lad. He's got a good heart on him and a heavy conscience, so listen to those worries and woes, boyo. You bunch are the best dysfunctional group I ever did take part in. I treasure the little time I spent with you lads. Your lively friend, haha, lively, Thompson Rune Stovetop. Yes, that's my full name. Feck off. So it did not say to bring the body back.
It did
I
not.
didn't forget.
Okay.
I forgot to put it
I
in.
know. It said that they wanted something
To
brought
be-
back, but I couldn't remember
To
what
be
it was.
fair,
I know it was in his body.
it's very dubious what to bring back, so we
In his
wouldn't really.
will, he specifically said to not touch any of his body parts. So we kept him there.
Well, I suppose if that's what my boy wanted, that's what I'm glad you did. But did you at least bring me his hat and his cloak and his
Yep, we
his
have
gun
we
back?
have we have all those items, and I believe they're in my inventory. Bag.
And as you pull them out and hand them to him, he is going to turn and hand them to a aide or servant, if you will, and tell him to run him down to Thompson's house, and that you and him will be along shortly to discuss any other of Thompson's things.
Perfect.
You could at least told me that Thompson was dead.
Yeah, Jim here is friends with the boy. Did you tell Sammy yet? It was his wedding yesterday.
Oh, of course they haven't. If they haven't even told
Absolutely
me.
not.
You're gonna have to do that at some point too, and that's gonna be rather unfortunate. Sammy's got a temper on him, but I don't know. Maybe it's best to wait a little bit when he just got married. Let him be happy for a little while. I don't know. That's something you guys shall have to decide.
Yep. So the reason I didn't tell you, Cheem, is because I'd rather not tell this unfortunate tale repeatedly to multiple people. As many people as I can get into one group, the better. This is not going to be easy on Sam, and I didn't expect it to, be easy on either of you guys, but you actually know each other and you have each other. So, not saying it'll be easier, I'm just saying it might be harder on Sam.
Of course, I know it's gonna be harder on Sam. He's much closer to Thompson.
Yeah.
So, well, why don't we head over to Sam's house or to Thompson's house? I know he said to leave it to Sam, but we'll see and make sure it's in decent condition before we go talk to Sam and see if there's anything left of my dear boys there that can maybe be monkeyed with or something. I know he had some projects he was working on. He had one he was calling a train. It's very interesting. It could be useful in the future. So, anyway, let's go. And he leads you over to a smaller house, not too far away, about a block or so down, and Walk in the house and you see that there's all sorts of projects strewn all over the place. It's a 2-story house with a basement below ground and the main level, which is above ground. And Hendrickson informs you that the basement's where most of the workshop is, but he always had stuff strewn all over the place. He's not the neatest of boys, but he had a keen and interesting mind, that's for sure. That's not a reference to the Keen Mind feat. Didn't have that. So, yeah, doggone aid here. See, I told they should have hung the coat up on the coat rack here with the gun and the hat. That's where Thompson boy here he left him. But that's interesting. But you guys take a look around, see if there's anything useful, and I'll go tell the wife and the rest of the people. Tommy boy had passed here, so do what you need to. See if there's anything he would like you think he'd like you to have, or at least straighten it up, make sure the pipes aren't leaking for Sammy boy.
Perfect.
And 80s cleaning montage.
She was gonna go into the basement and look for. Just look around.
So some of you guys start working around upstairs, cleaning things up, organizing a little bit, noticing all these strange projects. Builder, you're intrigued to see some of the projects. He's making some of his own guns. He'd been working on a modified engine that somehow runs on heat and water that you're still trying to figure out. Doesn't really take any magical principles, but it's got potential. You're pretty impressed with it.
It'll never catch on. Steamed power? Bah.
And
a good draft horse.
Cheem heading down into the basement, you see more of his larger projects here, larger scale items of different things. And kind of standing in the corner is what appears to be, at this moment, a coat rack, but it's wearing a coat and has a hat resting on it, which you recognize to be the coat and the hat that you quite literally just handed to Hendrickson.
Yes. She was gonna walk over to it and just figure out why this coat rack is seemingly wearing the coat.
So
starts taking it off.
Upon inspection, you notice that there's it kind of reminds you of Builder on the ends of the coat. Like there's hands. And you reach for the hat and you kind of pull it up, and there is a glowing red set of eyes staring at you intently.
Cheem is gonna put the hat back down and call for Builder. Builder?
1 second.
Could he come here quickly?
I suppose.
Hand's gonna reach out. The hand's gonna reach out really quickly and grab you and go, shh. And then it's gonna go back to normal.
All right.
Damn.
What is it?
Good night, Evan. Thanks for joining us.
Lift up the hat for a moment. Just lift it up.
Is this one of your pranks? And I go and just kind of lift the hat up. And I go.
I wish it were a prank.
And you lift the hat up and you see what appears to be a war-forged face with red eyes staring back at you.
Well, hello there. If you can hear me.
He shushed. He told me to be quiet after I yelled for you.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you got. I'll be.
Just don't tell the other guys. I intend to study him. I've been watching these weird creatures, all sorts throughout yesterday. trying to figure out what they are.
Are you talking like sapiens, like this one here?
You're talking like
That's what you call them, huh? Sapiens.
Yes.
living things, moving things.
Yeah, made out of flesh and bone rather than metal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Squisher, not unlike that guy. He's metal.
So you're squishy, you say?
Don't squeeze me.
He goes for the
Well, I was just about to, but if you insist.
Don't.
So you're what I would call a sapien, eh?
Him, yes. Me, no.
What would I call you?
I'm you, essentially.
I don't know what I am.
Oh.
Builder, upon further inspection, there is no plate on the side with the traditional ID number of a Warforged.
Okay, you are a little peculiar, I must say.
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
What is your name?
Well, I've been eating these here pieces of white slabs, and upon ingestion, I've read that my name could possibly be Fraper or piece of junk.
Did you say white slabs and then ingestion? Like you ate them?
Yes. See, like this, and then he grabs it and he kind of like slurps it up, and just kind of goes in slowly.
If Thompson made I would assume it's the junk, piece of junk.
Oh, what's a Thompson? Would that be you?
No.
Oh yeah, that's right, you're sapient.
Well, he's dead.
I believe Thompson would be your creator.
He's
intriguing.
Unless he found you somewhere, but with no ID plate, I don't think you came from. Well,
you see, there's these pieces of
Temple.
paper that have things on it that look like me. Over here on this workstation here.
I
me have a
think I do recall him at some point becoming really interested in Warforged. But I always got mad when I looked at his stuff. It disappeared.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what this guy is, but I think I opened these circular things on my face about like a week or two ago, maybe I would say.
all right. Well, I think you'd be more considerable to lenses, as sapiens are to eyes. That's how you see.
Eye lenses. Interesting.
Well, you know what? That'll work.
Builder,
These
upon
papers.
looking at the papers, you see they're diagrams of Warforged, essentially. And there's different styles and designs, but they never looked quite like they would work from a quick glance to you, to your understanding. And in your knowledge, there's been no creation of Warforged since the Calamity. It's all thought that the knowledge on how to make them has since died out. However, since you were reprogrammed, you actually possess the knowledge to create Warforged at this time. So you're not sure why this thing is running, but it's running. But you feel like something's missing in the drawings you're looking at, but you're not going to necessarily take enough time to figure it out right now.
Okay. I am going to bring the drawings with me.
Okay.
Why are you taking
Also,
it?
this Warforged is going to point at Cheem and go, "You there? I have a question for you."
Yeah, what is
So
it?
you have this weird fuzzy thing on top of your head. I also have one, but it's kind of patchy.
I wouldn't call my hair fuzzy,
Hair.
although it did get sewed off a year ago.
Don't suppose I have hair. And then he's grabbing at this what would look like a patchy bear rug, kind of
I guess it would be hair at the moment it would fall off. Well, it's better described as a wig. You have a wig on.
You are truly fascinating, you.
But what? I'm not. But that shouldn't be fascinating.
Oh, but I've never seen you before. I want to learn all about you. I want to learn all about him. I want to learn all about me.
If I'm fascinating to you, there's something wrong.
Well, this is the first time I'm talking to one of you. I've only observed them till now.
We'll have plenty of time to catch up and teach you all of the workings of this world. But for now, let's go and meet the rest of the group.
Fascinating. There's more.
Anyways, Chima's gonna walk ahead of Builder and what should I call? Piece of junk. Pile of
Raider
junk.
or a piece of junk.
Yes, a piece of junk. And walk upstairs and say, guys, you aren't gonna believe this, but there's a walking, talking piece of junk downstairs, and I'm not referring to Builder.
I do find that quite offensive.
So on a piece of junk.
You're sophisticated. You're aged. You're antique.
An antique. Well. So this is our new friend.
You're furbished. Yes. Chima's gonna usher to
Quain. Carrick.
Peace.
Oh, piece of junk.
Piece of junk.
PJ.
And he is barely peeking his head above the stairs from where you guys came up.
As you can see with the red glowing eyes, he has quite a stare.
Creature is most strange.
Alright, so Gawain is going to reach out with his divine sense to determine whether there is any celestial, fiend, or undead entity based off of the description of, I mean, it's a head with glowing red eyes. Like, he's not seeing anything more than what is potentially a helm with glowing red eyes. Like, he's just kind of like,
You sense nothing.
Alright, right. So
what?
You okay, that's another new thing.
I am also basically doing the same thing, but just staring like.
So, Builder.
Yes.
You remember like 4 days ago, like 5 days ago? You were asking about Warforged and how you like whether I've seen any.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because you've
There.
seen.
He's
Yeah,
there, coming up
now
the
you've
stairs.
seen two.
Yeah. He's there.
Seen one made out of clay or porcelain.
There's more?
More? Yes.
I told
Sadly,
you.
but there's one that's not with us.
Builder, you told me you were the last one, that they were all gone.
I said most of them. I said there were like over 7,000 at one point.
Yeah. So, like, what's most of them then? Like, I assumed you were the last one.
Most of them is anywhere from like
Is there
70 to 80% of them. Maybe even like 99% of them.
So, is there like 3,000 Warforged walking around that I've never seen before?
To be entirely honest, if somebody's been rebuilding them, there might be 7,000 Warforged out there. I have absolutely no idea. The odds are like almost non-existent, but they're not zero. So, you know.
So is he your nephew?
As you guys are talking, he's going to shove some scrap metal into his mouth.
No. Jim is gonna turn to him and say, "No, don't eat everything."
Well, I'm not eating everything. I just like this stuff. It feels nice.
From an old friend.
That one's new. I haven't seen that one before, not going to lie.
No, they usually eat drugs. I
That's
mean, like.
So what are those?
Well, I'm sorry.
Drugs?
My pool of reference are you, and now him.
Jim is gonna turn to Wilder and say, "Drugs now. Started taking drugs at Builder."
Yeah, he takes Dream Lily. I don't know what it does. It may just like pool, and he may just be full of Dream Lily. Now that I think about it,
Drugs and Dream Lily and building and eating and.
I mean, I've been taking it for like 1,300 some years, so not like every day, obviously. That's that'd be terrible for you.
I guess I haven't really noticed the Dream Lily. Dream Lily on ya.
I used to do it pretty conspicuously. Now I've become a little more open to it after I've had some underdark worldly experiences, you know.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you guys have like done a lot of kind of big stuff.
It's really not. I mean, it's not that big. I mean, like we haven't conquered the world or anything, so I mean, it's pretty minimal stuff, I'd say.
If that's your definition of not big, I want to know what your definition of small is. Small.
Can you define what conquering the world is?
You have a lot to learn.
Something that is not
Yes, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm learning a lot.
So
he's gonna walk fully up the stairs, being the 6'2" hunk of metal.
Okay, out of character.
Mm-hmm.
This Warforged needs like some serious information.
Mm-hmm. He's a blank slate. Worse than Pal blank slate, but he's eternally happy about it. There's reasons for why he exists that make sense that we'll get to at some point, but I'm not revealing all now.
Well, that's fine. I'm just wondering. It's like, just okay. Would it be possible? Not going to say we're going to do this yet, or at all. Would it be possible to rule that a basic information thumb drive could be printed out and plugged in?
Possibly. We'd have to find out if he was built with a port, because he was built substandard from the original Warforged.
Well,
he was built because Thompson never met Builder, correct?
Nope.
So he was built based purely on descriptions and tales of Warforged.
Okay.
So things like a data port was probably not included in those tales.
I could probably make one, but
Builder could make one because he is a builder.
You're gonna drill a butthole in this poor boy.
Poor newborn.
Generally, access ports are either on the torso, the neck, or in the head. Sometimes on the inner thigh. Not always.
You're gonna do what?
Okay.
What are you gonna do to him?
I'm not going to drill any holes in you, I promise.
Just hold still.
But I understand that you have more to learn in this world than I can efficiently teach you. And if you would like, I can provide you with the basic information that you need to go about day-to-day life in this world. You don't have to if you don't want to, and it is going to be one hell of a trip if you do, because it's going to be a lot of freaking information
for one low payment of 20 gold a month.
What's gold?
Actually, I do it for free because it's who I am. Carrick, you're a terrible person.
I'm not sure what gold is or what type of trip you're referring to, but this sounds like fun.
This is exactly why I'm thinking you should maybe get a basic, but can I do just a quick inspection check just to see if there is a port?
Oh,
Sure.
inspect away, and then he's just gonna kind of like stick his arms out.
No, I'm just gonna
Yes, the normal
take a
honor
quick look
people.
here.
Yes, atomically correct.
Okay, give me
This
an
must be normal
inspection
amongst
check.
people.
Investigation.
Um, 29.
We're almost done, Thomas. I think we'll all be
Yeah.
off about that time. 29. You are able to inspect every inch of this Warforged body, no problem, with whatever freaking X-ray vision you have. Apparently, there is no data port. There seems to be a lack of a power source, which is concerning to you. But yeah, no port. There's some odd things on it that don't quite make sense to you at this point, but you're not going to dig into them enough to figure out what they are at this moment.
Yep.
And I think that's about it. Anything else of note that he would find there, Freighter?
No, just that he's strangely put together.
The lack of a data plate or an ID plate is bothering you extensively, just because it feels like it should be there. So you might consider that in the future.
Okay.
So do
Okay,
I look
so-
fine to you?
What was that?
Do I look fine to you?
You do. You definitely, you're just not the exact same as me, which is no problem at all. You don't have a data port, so I will have to install one. I can't do that here or now, but we will get that done for you.
This is all very interesting. I'm learning so many things today.
And you know what? You're teaching me just as much as I'm going. Wait. Yeah, you're teaching me just as much as I'm going to be teaching you. More so downloading into you.
Absolutely fascinating. I'm teaching a man who knows more than me about me.
That's very true. You will know more than you will think you will know. Yes, words.
So,
All right.
So, Builder, I want to ask you this one question. Do you think
Okay.
there are any other versions of Warforged before UN 11.4? Prototypes? Clearly, you're built from something from what you've just said.
Well, so I'm a few years older than 11.4 is. But older than me, other than prototypes, I don't think that there would be. I mean, anything's possible. Low odds of it happening, but anything is possible.
I mean, I guess there was I can't remember the porcelain robot's name.
Annabella.
Annabella.
Annabella. I mean, I guess there was Annabella, but that probably was a special case.
She was. I do also believe I was older than her, if I remember correctly.
Builder, you would remember that you were originally built as one of the builder units.
Yeah.
The first 200, built for the Age of Enlightenment that never came because they needed to use the Warforged to then build, instead of advancements in technology, the roughly 6,800 war units, and then they converted what was left over of the builder units into the war units as well. Hence why you are somewhat made for delicate work and somewhat made for non-delicate work. So you can share whatever information you want of that to the party.
So I was, as I'm now remembering, in my large data bank, one of the first 200 Warforged created for the Enlightenment, which never came. It was kind of the opposite. So the Calamity arrived and we needed warriors. So I was tasked with building an absurd amount of Warforged. So if you want to think about it, I'm technically the father of a lot of other robots. This one not being included.
Very
This
cool.
one's new.
So you wouldn't really know if there were any a Warforged before you. It'd
As
be
far
hard as far as you know, yeah.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, no.
Did any of your kids survive?
Yes. Well, I don't know if they were my kids or like if I. So the memory's still a little fuzzy around actually like building them. So I don't know if like I'm like a dad. Well, like I guess I'm a gender neutral robot. I guess. So
Quick! Everyone's pronouns. Hey, you brought it up.
like, hold on 1 second. I need a reboot. Okay, sorry about that. So I might be a dad. Like, so there might one Warforged might have 200 parents, and one Warforged might have one parent.
So you just
still don't remember fully about that portion of my life.
So you're just the parent of a lot, or potentially one.
Well,
Got
it'd be
it.
like if you were to take 6,800 divided by 200. That's roughly how many I'd be the parent to, or I just helped build all of them. I don't know if I got a little part in all of them or if I got a lot of part in just a little of them.
I'm really trying my best to separate this from biological examples. So like he's your adopted son?
What do any of these words mean?
You'll find
So
out.
like there are big things that make littler things that turn into big things that make more little things.
Why do we
Yeah.
always have Pete's character explaining reproduction to somebody in every
What?
game we play?
Hey,
Well, you
it's
see-
a tradition
This one's
at
a
this
special
point.
case.
Well, you see, PJ, he's taking you on as one of his own. It's a parent, which is someone's offspring, and it's not always from someone.
Like he's gonna
From parents.
he's gonna teach you the ropes because he's your dad now. You should call him dad.
Yeah,
Don't.
call it.
Or Poppy. Like that's a good one.
All right.
Poppy.
Raider,
So, Poppy, I've heard these names be said before. So I've heard of the words off and spring. So what does the term off have to do with the season of spring, as I've heard some people talk about?
so
Can you just
Raider,
turn it off? Or does it come back on?
first things first, I'm not your father.
Not like I know what that is anyway. Poppy.
Gawain is going to put his hands over Praetor's sides of his head. Like, I don't know if there's ears there. So just to put his hands over the sides of his head. Dude, you can't do that.
What are you doing?
Dude, I'm the
What?
only one who knows how he was actually, or even has a chance of figuring out how he was actually created.
Yeah,
What?
that's why you've got to be his dad. He needs a dad.
What he's getting is a godfather.
That
That's
also works.
not as good. I can very honestly tell you that. That is not as good.
Well,
We
you know
meet
what?
with-
My dad's been probably dead for like over 1,000 years.
Did you know him?
No,
Bullshit.
No, absolutely no idea who he is.
You may not remember him, but there's no way that you didn't know him when you were created. You had a creator who taught you things.
Yeah, I didn't know anything. I was about as blank of a slate as he is. I
And
was just
what?
supposed to enlighten the world.
Did they shove you out the door, or did they help you?
They shoved me out the door.
Well,
I really
you
have
people
no
are
idea what to do.
assholes. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna end the chain of fatherless homes.
Bullshit. Am I using the word correctly?
Yes.
Be his dad.
Okay, Chim had something he wants to say, and then we're cutting it off for the night because I have a pounding headache.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if I was the best person to really explain parenthood either. My parents kind of just left me in a town.
Well, I think I have the feeling that time is short. And we've got a whole lot of familiar things to unpack, I think.
I hate where this is going. All right.
You will have a puppy
Alright.
too.
No.
I already did all this once out of character. I ain't doing this twice. That is all you guys.
So with that, we are going to call it because I am exhausted. I am tired.
I need to get to bed.
Yep. I will, in the next day or so here, send you guys the Reddit link for those of you that aren't in it already. If you have Reddit, cool, great. If we like it, great. If we don't like it, we won't use it. But I think it's a reasonable idea to check out. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Those of you who ever watched and listened to this, we will be back in 2 weeks with another episode of different podcast. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another fun session in the Land of Vale from Natural 7 Adventures. Not my other podcast. I need to go to bed because I have to work tomorrow because I have a job and I'm tired. So, okay, bye.